The following is a presentation of Husker Radio Sports. Your exclusive home for North Platte St. Patrick's Athletics is right here on 1240 AM, 1061 FM, KODY. You can also hear all the action at www.huskerradio.com or on the KODY mobile app, available for free in the Google Play or the App Store. Now let's send it to the voice of the Irish, Tanner Struckman.
And welcome to Hastings High School. The D1-8 district final is coming up here on a Friday night. A trip to the state tournament in Lincoln is on the way in about 20 minutes. It's a pair of teams that have probably never met ever before in their each school's history. It's the North Platte St. Pat's Lady Irish number 9 seed here in Class D1 at 16-8. Taking on the 11-11 Elmwood-Murdock Lady Knights, who are 11-11, the number 8 seed in this D1 bracket. It is district final, sub-state, whatever you want to call it. It's a chance to go to the state tournament next week, as soon as Wednesday. It's a very quick turnaround, and it all comes down to tonight. There's no wild card to get into state. You can get into this game via wild card, but you've got to win to get to the state tournament now on. North Platte St. Pat's getting into this game with a sub-district championship over South Platte last week, winning that sub-district in thrilling fashion. A terrific game for the Lady Irish. I thought they played outstanding in that one to get into this game. Maybe one of the best games I've seen in quite some time. They won a thriller 68-65, a game that I thought Jayla Fleck was terrific in. She finished with, a just tremendous finish by the end of it, and including the game winner, really. Tanya Heirigs has been outstanding. Kate Stenicke's been shooting dynamite the last several games. This is an Irish team who's playing the best ball of the season for them, without a doubt, and they'll have to do that again here today as they take on the Elmwood-Murdock Lady Knights. It is our Quick Stop pregame show just around every corner, fast, easy, and convenient, with 6 locations throughout North Platte, also locations in Ogallala, Hershey, Grant, and Imperial. On the road everywhere, it is Quick Stop. We are coming up here in just a few minutes, about 18 minutes or so away from tip-off here at Hastings High School. It's a large gymnasium, certainly one of the biggest ones the Lady Irish will play in. It's bigger than the college out at North Platte Community College. It's not going to be full by any means, and we're all the way at the tippy top of it. But we got a great vantage point for you if you're watching wherever you are. We're glad you're with us here on Husker Radio's KODY and on the Husker Radio Sports YouTube page. Again, St. Pat's, the Lady Irish at 16-8, taking on Elmwood-Murdock at 11-11, but that's a testament to their tough schedule. We'll talk with Coach Nathan Stenicke in a moment about that. They've played a brutal C1 schedule that has given them a wild card and given them a good seed, number 8, here in the sub-state bracket. Lady Irish and the Lady Knights coming up for a trip to Lincoln. On the line, we'll take a break. Our first time out, and we'll hear from Coach Nathan Stenicke when we return, and then we'll get you set up for the district final, the D1-8 district final, coming up from Hastings High School here on Husker Radio.
Spring cleaning. You know it's on the way, but you just don't want to do it. Let Service Master Clean handle your spring carpet cleaning, both residential and commercial. Plus, they can handle water damage restoration and construction cleanup.
North Platte Catholic Schools? One great way is to support the Bargain Bin, a thrift store located at 421 East 3rd Street in North Platte. The Bargain Bin is open Fridays and Saturdays from 10 to 3 and sells everything from household items, crafts, clothing of all sizes, including children's, bedding, holiday decorations, antiques, and furniture. The Bargain Bin is completely volunteer ran, and all proceeds benefit the North Platte Catholic Schools. Shop the Bargain Bin to support the Irish. Open Fridays and Saturdays from 10 to 3. Go Irish.
Like the Irish athletes, life can come at you fast and hit you hard. If you find yourself in need of a lawyer, call me, Marty Trushinsky, at 534-4837. And go Irish!
Faith, excellence, and service are at the heart of all that we do at North Platte Catholic Schools. Hi, I'm Enrollment Director Gwen Covey, inviting you to join us at Little Leprechaun Preschool, McDade Elementary, and St. Pat's High School. Our students enjoy small class sizes, a challenging curriculum, and the unique opportunity to grow in faith. Now is the time to experience a difference a Catholic education can make for your family. Call 532-1874 and schedule a tour today.
Welcome back on Husker Radio. We're at the D1-8 district final. It is North Platte St. Pat's, the number 9 seed, in the Elmwood-Murdock Knights, the number 8 seed here for a chance to go to the state tournament. Coach Nathan Stenicky with us. Coach, a sub-district title last week. Pretty special win, I thought, over South Platte overall. And I guess just recapping the season, going back to December, we had no idea what the season was going to look like. Here we get every game in, and you're now one game away from a state tournament.
Yeah, it's been, a crazy year. We've had a lot of adversity. Rachel going down with the injury, had some girls miss some games, and we lose 2 games in the conference tournament. Me and Coach are sitting down trying to figure out how we can get a 500 record and finish out the year. The girls just, they came together and they play for each other. They play hard, and it's been a blast this year. Probably one of my most rewarding years coaching.
You've really finished the season strong, too. You're shooting extremely well the last 6 to 7 to 8 games. I think you've hit 6 or more threes in the last 8 games overall. And it's kind of been the recipe for this team, is a lot of threes, but just seems like they're having fun and they're playing really well.
Yeah, they are. I think, starts with Tanya. She's probably going to get 1,000 points tonight. And, on her career as a sophomore, that's crazy. But we've had some other girls step up. I think Kate stepped up, and she's hitting some big threes. Jayla, of course, stepped up in the last game. And May's doing what she's been doing all year, running the floor. And Jenna's just tough in the paint. So, all the girls know their roles, and they feed off each other. And they just work so darn hard. And offensively, we're playing really well. Defensively, on the other hand, we gave up 65 points the other night. So a little worried about that. But, besides that game, we played pretty sound defense all year.
Elmwood-Murdock, 11-11. They're not an offensive juggernaut, but they play obviously a really tough schedule. I mean, you guys were kind of in the same boat, I think, schedule-wise, and that's where you helped yourself out with power points, and clearly they helped them out considerably up to a number 8 seed. But they played a tough schedule. They're battle-tested. They're not going to score a ton, but I can imagine they played pretty good defense. Yeah, they play pretty good man defense, and they've had a brutal schedule. They're 11-11, but they got the other 8th seed, so they played a tough schedule, and they hang their hat on defense, and about like us, they shoot a lot of threes. If they hit threes, they're kind of scary, but we're hoping we can find their shooters. Number 20, 23, and 32 are 2 of the girls that we're really going to key on and hopefully limit their looks at the three-point line. And 20 does a good job being a little undersized in the paint. I think it's, kind of carbon copies of each other. We're very, very similar. The morning I found out we played them, the first thing I did was try to find them on YouTube and see if they had a post. And they don't have a big girl like us. So, I think it's going to be a pretty fair fight. I'm going to say matchup-wise, it's pretty great. That being said, matchup-wise against somebody like Tanya, no one's really been able to slow her down the second half of the season. I'm sure that's their focal point. And, it lends itself to other girls stepping up. You mentioned Kate's been shooting lights out over the last few games, and Jayla's kind of been hot or cold, but it's been pretty hot when she's been on. Obviously key for them to hit some shots in this game.
Yeah, it is. Other girls are going to have to step up. You're hoping Tanya's going to anywhere from 20 to 30 like she normally does, but they might shut her down. What if she has 15? How are we going to get to 45 points or 50 points so we can get enough to win the game? So, and the girls, the nice thing is there's no pressure on us tonight. We're just playing for fun and going out there and we're going to play as hard as we possibly can. And, where the chips fall, they fall.
One thing you guys have done a tremendous job, I thought of, is staying out of foul trouble. You've had, pieces of it early in games the last few, but it's never really hamstrung you by the end of the games for quite a while.
Correct. We've had a few, May got a couple early ones the other night, and Kate got a couple early ones, in the game before. And the girls are playing through being in foul trouble, and it's nice having Carly back and, having a good sub there. And if we need to go to Elena, we can go to Elena and feel comfortable with that as well. So our girls are doing a good job of playing smart defense, not reaching, not having any dumb fouls, but, foul trouble, might be our nemesis tonight if we get into it.
This is one of those games, though, these are just fun to get to. I mean, they're obviously really fun to win. You want to cut down the nets, but these are fun, and it's a great building block for whatever's to come next year, too.
Yeah, it is, and, we got everybody coming back, Of course, Rachel isn't, but, she's not playing right now. So if we can build on it, get the win, that'll just propel us into this summer and into next season as well. And even if we lose, that'll hopefully motivate us so we can get back to state next year with kind of a loaded roster of girls that have been in this situation.
North Platte St. Pat's, Elmwood-Murdock. First meeting between the Irish and the Knights. Coach, enjoy it.
All right, thank you.
We'll continue pregame from Hastings after this.
Hosting a get-together, event, or party? The last thing you want is to turn your house upside down to get ready for one. Use Occasions in North Platte instead. Occasions is the area's event venue for gatherings of up to 55 people inside with a beautiful outdoor patio as well. With tables and chairs included and a full kitchen for your use, all you need to do is show up. Meetings, parties, or simple get-togethers. Occasions is where you want your event held. Call Allison at 534-2533 or Mike at 227-2602 to book today.
Find your favorite beverages at Quick Stop with fountain machines with flavor fusion shots, alligator ice slushies, 8 varieties to choose from, gourmet 100% Arabica house blend, and exclusive Seattle Buzz coffee. And for real shakes and smoothies. Pick up your Quick Rewards card today and start saving. Members enjoy rollback prices at the pump every Tuesday and Thursday. Quick Stop with the lowest beer prices in town and happy hour twice daily, and we never close. Quick Stop with 27 locations open 24/7.
Ollie, you need to clean up your fishing and hunting gear. It's everywhere.
I'm out of room. I don't have anywhere to put it.
Get some storage at Another Storage. They have sizes for everything.
I already have some there.
Well, get another. Another Storage, 532-1332.
Welcome back to the D1-8 District Final here, a girls' district final for a chance to go to Lincoln on this coming Wednesday. It's North Platte St. Pat's and Elmwood-Murdock. First meeting between these two teams ever. And hey, fun to get. That's what the beauty of these new sub-state format is. It gives you some matchups you never ever see unless you're at state. I mean, really, that's not the only time you would see these two teams meet up together. And the curious thing about this is St. Pat's, of course, first appeared in state back in 2012. Elmwood-Murdock's last appearance was in 2010, so there's no overlap possible for these two teams. Elmwood-Murdock was a C2 team for a lot of years. They dropped down to D1 this year, and that's one of the reasons they played such a tough schedule. Let's take a look at the Lady Knights, who are 11-11, but grabbed the number 8 seed in this D1 bracket. 11-10 regular season. They lost to Archbishop Bergen in the D1 sub-final. They beat U10, and then they lost 41-29 to the Knights, their fellow Knights. They're 8th, though, in the D1 power points, and they got in via wild card. They were in a good shape to get a wild card, to win or lose in that game. You take a look at their season, 0 similar opponents, and really none even close. Their best wins probably against Louisville, a 17-8 from that is C1. They beat Meade twice, a team over 500. Take a look at the worst loss record-wise. I mean, I don't know all these teams as well as I do some of the other ones in the West, but Oakland Craig's 11-12. They played up a class, though. Get this, 17 times out of their 22 games, meaning they only played D1 or D2 5 times all year. That's a big reason why they got such a good PowerPoint, is because you get bonus points for playing up classes, whether you win or lose. And so obviously that helps you, and it helps St. Pat's. There's no doubt about it. The Irish have 8 losses, and that certainly helped them out this year as well. It's a pretty young team. There were just only one senior, Jayden Hafferty, the 5'8 senior, will lead the way at 8 points per game. She's had a really hot and cold season. She had 25 in the first sub-district game against UTAN, but then she didn't score against Archbishop Bergen in that sub-final just after that. So it very, very up and down. It's kind of which one are we going to see from her. Obviously, that's huge to see what she can do here in a game like this. It's a very balanced team, though. She leads with 8 points a game. You have Lexi Bacon, who averages 8 points a game and 7 rebounds. Bailey Fromm, the 5'10 junior, one of the tall players. She's averaging 5 points, 5 rebounds a game. Tatum Backemeyer, a 5'3 freshman's off the bench at 6 points a game. You'll see Lainey Fromm, a 5'6 freshman, average 4 points a game. A lot of players, but they only average 38 points a game. That's what stands out. 38 points a game, is that going to be enough? I don't know that you'll see a game under 40 today, just because Tanya Hyrix is on the other side, and she's averaging 21 points a game herself, and she has been unstoppable the last 3 games. So we'll have to see what this team can do to try to limit her. It's a team that can score, though. There's no doubt about that beyond the 3-point line. On the season, they've got several that can hit them. And one of them is Ella Zirit, the 5'6" sophomore, is averaging 6 a game. She's got 33 triples. You have Hafferty has 30. Laney Fromm has 19. Bailey Fromm has 18 threes. They average about 5 makes a game on 17 attempts. Now, comparatively, they're not a team that relies on the three as much as St. Pat's. They shoot 26 threes a game. But this is a team that probably one of the more three-point heavy teams that St. Pat's has seen most of this season. I think the key, and I think key all season for St. Pat's has been how many turnovers can they create and how many can lead to easy layups. So many times we see them get turnovers, 20 a game forced, but they don't always lead to anything. And the half-court offense has been a challenge at times for the Lady Irish this season. So can they keep that going? Can they get the half-court offense going and keep it consistent? Because you're going to get some layups, and hopefully you do. But how many of those turnovers just lead to the half-court offense, and what can you do with those? We'll see. Elmwood-Murdock's qualified for state 5 times in school history on the girls' side. They're the last 11 years ago, back in 2010. They got 4th that year. Their only wins that year in history. They're 15-10 a year ago, so they had a good season again last year. They lost in the sub-final. Their last appearance in a district final came back in 2017. Their last win in a district final, the year they went to state in 2010. As for St. Pat's, the Lady Irish, number 9 seed. They're 16-8 on the year. They opened up the D1-12 sub with a win over Kimball, and then they defeated South Platte in probably their best win of the year, 68-65. It was a tremendous game. Just back and forth, 6 lead changes. There was only 1 tie, which is kind of hard to believe. Irish had the early lead by 2 at the end of the first quarter, and then by 1 at half. But they got dominated in the third quarter. They got down by as many as 8 going into the fourth quarter, but they kind of battled back. They hit 4 threes in the fourth quarter. Big one by Jayla Fleck gave them the lead, and then Jayla hit a couple free throws to kind of ice it and build up a 4-point lead, and able to hold on and get the victory over South Platte in that game, 68-65. It was a shootout. Coach Nathan Stenicky referenced too many points given up, without a doubt. That is easily the most points they've given up all this year. But Tanya Hyrigs was terrific, 31 again. That ties her career high. Her last 3 games, 27, 27, and 31. She's been unstoppable for the Lady Irish, and she's over 500 points in this season, and she only needs 15 points to get to 1,000 in her career. How about that? 15 points for Tanya Hyrigs, and she'll get to 1,000 as just a sophomore. But boy, has she had some help. Kate Stenicky. Kate, through her first 16 games, hit 12 threes. She was shooting 16% behind the arc. Over the last 8 games, she's hit 21, shooting 40%. She went 7 of 10 behind the three-point line during subs. She had a career-high 25 against Kimball and then 13 against South Platte. She has been tremendous for the Lady Irish. And Jayla Fleck had a huge game against South Platte, 14 points. She had 7 rebounds and 6 assists to go along with that. That was just as important. Nobody was really rebounding very well in that game. She had 9 in the fourth quarter, and we mentioned the game-winning 3. She's been really hot and cold too, though. Jayla, last 7 games, she didn't score in 4 of them. One of them, she had a career-high 21. The other one, she had 11, and then in the game against South Platte, she had 14. So it's like, which Jayla Fleck are we going to see? You're going to need to see Jayla score some points here today. And the three-point line, just as important as it is for Elmwood-Murdock, it may be more important for the Lady Irish. They've been shooting it really, really well. They've had 6 or more in 8 straight games. They've hit 66 in the last 8 games. They've been dialing up behind the three-point line. They'll need to do that again here today. And again, when you're into state for the 8th time in school history, they'd likely be the number 8 seed. Whoever wins this game probably will be the 8 seed at the and barring some upsets. Obviously, if you get some upsets, that can change everything. But if you don't get any upsets, you'll likely see number 8 seed for both of these squads, and they could play Weeping Water or Pleasanton. My guess is Pleasanton. I think they're going to jump Weeping Water to get the number 1 seed at the state tournament if they would win here tonight. It's 4th straight district title for the Lady Irish. They're playing in. They lost last year to Dundee County Stratton. Today they take on Elmwood-Murdock, the Knights. And both teams traveled a couple hours to meet here in Hastings on a Friday night. And Irish fans piling in on the far side here today to get ready for a district final here from Hastings High School. It's hard to really gauge how many people here because this gymnasium, as you can see if we can't get Trey to zoom out a little bit here. It's a large gym. You can see It's a big gym. Let's go ahead and meet the starting lineups. We'll start with the Lady Irish of North Platte St. Pat's. They are the away seed as the number 9 in this bracket. At 16-8, here's how they'll start. Kate Stenicky, the 5'6" junior, who's averaging 7 points and 8 rebounds per game. I think she's been playing her best ball of her career as of late. Tanya Hyrix, the 5'9" sophomore, averaging 21 a game. She has 54 three-pointers this year. May Siegel, the 5'9" sophomore, who's averaging 9 a game. She got in double figures against South Platte with 10. Jenna Kimberling, the 5'5" junior, was averaging 1.4 points a game, but 4 rebounds as well. And Jayla Fleck, the 5'9" junior, who's up to 5 points per game, 25 threes this year for Jayla Fleck. Coach Nathan Stenicky in his 18th year is 315 wins in that span. All right, let's meet the Elmwood-Murdock Lady Knights now at 11-11 on the year. Then the number 8 seed in this bracket. They'll be the home team in the white uniforms. And here's how they will start. Get those here. Actually, we're going to pause for our national anthem. We'll come back with starting lineups from Elmwood-Murdock after this.
For thorough news reporting by experienced journalists, read the North Platte Bulletin. Each of our core staff has from 7 to 20 years of experience in news gathering, and our roots go all the way back to the letter to the bulletin that launched the renowned World War II canteen. It's affordable, colorful, and you can keep up with the commissioners, city council, schools, civic groups, sports, courts, and entertainment. Look for the bulletin's news bents in restaurants, too. Connecting with us is as simple as saying, "Hey, Google, the North Platte Bulletin."
No matter who you are and where you're going, Mid-Plains is here for you. The differences of our campuses make us stronger. Our shared mission propels us forward. You can't define us as one person, one town, one place. We are many, in pursuit of something bigger, together. With 6 individual campuses supporting a vast and determined region. We are Mid-Plains Community College.
Make 2021 the year to focus on you. This is Maddie Krebs, owner of North Platte Jazzercise, and we are here to help you meet your fitness goals. Join us for a mix of cardio and strength-infused classes at our new location in the Canteen District. With more than 20 classes a week from early mornings to after work hours, there's no excuse to skip your workout. Did I mention we offer childcare at most of our classes? Check out a full list of class times and membership info at jazzercise.com, and go Irish.
All right, welcome back here to Hastings High School, home of the Tigers. Today, it's home of the D1-8 district final. It features North Platte St. Pat's and Elmwood-Murdock. We mentioned already the St. Pat's starters. Let's meet the Lady Knights of Elmwood-Murdock at 11-11 on the year. Seela Rickley, the 5'6" junior, is averaging 1.4 points per game, 4 rebounds a game. She's scored in 11 this year. Bailey Fromm, a 5'10" junior, tallest player on the court. She doesn't play like a post all the time, though. She'll certainly get out on the perimeter as well. She's averaging 5 and 5. Lexi Bacon, the 5'8" junior, did not score against Bergen in that sub-final game. They'll need more from her. She's averaging 8 points and 8 rebounds per game. Ella Zierett, a 5'6" sophomore who's averaging 6 points a game, can shoot the 3, 33 of them this year. And Jayden Hafferty, the 5'8" senior, who's averaging 8 points, a team high, and 5 rebounds per game. She also has 30 three-pointers this season. Paul Dwyer in his second year. He's been at Elmwood-Murdock for 21 years, though, in some fashion. Long-time coach. I asked him, you know, obviously I don't think these two teams have ever met up before, and he said no. He said the last time I'm not sure we played anybody that far west, and he said one time we thought maybe that we were going to play Cambridge, and I said, yeah, no, then you haven't played anybody out west. If you can't think of anybody past Cambridge, then you definitely haven't played anybody out west. And so they were excited. They were pumped and going to get a new opponent. And obviously, you know, a 2-hour trip for both squads, not too bad to meet here in a sub-final game. It's 6:59 Central Time. You're listening to KODY North Platte with translator K291BW North Platte and 106.1 FM. Hey, next time you're hungry, head to Dave's Place in North Platte for the best homemade pizza and wings with dine-in, carry-out, and online ordering available. It is Dave's Place in North Platte. It has been a busy day for district finals already. South Platte got a win. The team that St. Pat's beat in a district final, they are into the state tournament for the first time, I believe, in school history. So congrats to the Lady Knights as they will play now at the state tournament. I believe they'll be the 7 seed. They knocked off Shelton in that game. That game was actually at Brady, and they got the victory. So congrats to the Lady Knights for picking up their first ever state tournament berth on the girls' side. I don't think that's ever happened. There's quite a few games going on tonight. The area for North Platte is pretty much this one. That's about it. And we're glad to bring it to you here on a Friday night. All right, St. Pat's going to be in the road greens, gold numerals. Elmwood-Murdock in the home whites with black numerals. They got kind of a black and gray theme, a la maybe Oakland Raiders, Las Vegas Raiders, excuse me. May Siegel entering center circle here and taking on Elmwood-Murdock. It's a high court for us, though. We're up a little higher than we normally are here. And the ball is in the air, and the tip is won by St. Pat's. They get Jayla Fleck to Tanya Heirig's layup in the front court, up and in. Irish get that right away, and they take a 2-0 lead. And a little pressure here, and an early foul comes in as Jenna Kimberling ran into Jayden Hafferty and picks up the first foul of the game right away on the press. So Irish get the tip, and then immediately lead that to a foul, and obviously we talked with Coach Stenicky about that. That can't happen here today. Ball in the left corner, it's Rickley. To the left wing, 1-3-1 zone here for North Platte St. Pat's. At the free throw line, it's Bacon. Picks up her dribble, comes right wing. Here's an open three. Team's leading three-point shooter misses it. Jayla Fleck on the rebound for North Platte St. Pat's. Irish are off and running. She throws it to Siegel in the front court, but it's tipped and stolen away by Bailey Fromm. First turnover of the game for St. Pat's. Quickly into the front court. Here's Hafferty driving, floating shot in the lane too hard. Rebound inside, picked up by Bacon. She'll kick it back out to the wing, and the Knights get a second possession on their first offensive rebound of the ball game. That was a good three for Ella Zierich. She couldn't hit it, but she's the team high with 33. She's got it high right against the 1-3-1 into the right corner. She's one of those that Coach Stenicky said they want to keep an eye on. I was a little surprised she got that early of a good look. Ball comes out in front to Bailey Fromm. She'll dribble with her left hand, get a screen into the short corner, stop there, comes out to the wing, back to Zierich, and she'll work out front against Hyriggs against the zone. They go into the high post, one dribble down, losing it, picking it back up, out to the wing, penetrating to the elbow, skips right side. Zierich open, but not enough to shoot. And there's a backdoor pass underneath to Rickley. Kicks out, left wing. Bailey Fromm threes off the mark. The rebound inside, Kate Stenicky. I think Kate is going to have a big rebounding day with all the threes that are launched. She usually does in those games. We're a minute and a half in. It's 2-0. Lady Irish with the advantage. Ball comes around to the left wing to Kate Stenicky. First offensive possession. Hyriggs three, top of the keys. Off the front, just grazed the rim. Kimberling sends the rebound back in, but sends it right into the hand of a Knight. That was a good opportunity for a good three, and Hyriggs didn't hit it. Ball comes into the front court, 2-0. We're nearly 2 minutes in. Elmwood-Murdock trying to decipher this St. Pat's 1-3-1 zone. Ball comes right to Bailey Fromm. The 5'10 junior enters it inside. Tough shot block. Kimberling on the rebound. They were looking inside for a shot there, and that time a good defense on Lexi Bacon, and the Irish get the ball back up 2-0. 5:49 on our St. Hills State Bank scoreboard. We have not had a stop yet. Here's May Siegel out front with it. May looking in. He'll come up top to Tanya Hyriggs between the circles. North Platte St. Pat's up 2-0. 5:35 opening quarter. Here's May Siegel, right side. It's inside, a floating shot. Hyriggs up and in. She's got 4, and North Platte St. Pat's has grabbed the early 4-0 lead here on our St. Hills State Bank scoreboard. 5:20 in quarter one. Breaking the press here is Elmwood-Murdock into the front court. Ball comes left, and we've got a blocking foul on St. Pat's back defensively, and it will be Elmwood-Murdock. I don't think on a shot. It was not. I think they're going to get the first foul on Jayla Fleck. We'll check that here, but it will be a foul for sure. It is on Jayla Fleck. Second team foul. Our clock at 5:17. We're in quarter one. 4-0 with the advantage. Ball out front. Here's an open three out of the out-of-bounds play. That rims off. Jayla Fleck on the rebound, but I think she had her foot on the end line. It'll be Elmwood-Murdock ball. It was another good three-point look. That one launched in the far corner, or out front by Zierich. Couldn't get it to fall. And it once again is Elmwood-Murdock ball underneath their own hoop, 4-0. Ball comes into the far corner, Zierich down low underneath the hoop, kicks back out to Zierich. Around the perimeter it comes from near wing. Here's an open three for Hafferty. Good look for the senior, too hard. Ball bounces over the backboard, and it'll be North Platte St. Pat's ball off of that. So 5:02 quarter number one. St. Pat's with the lead 4-0. And so far they've been able to manage some missed three-pointers here from the Lady Knights. They are 0 for 4 to start this game. We knew that was going to be a big key. Here's Kate Stenicky driving on press break. Her shot blocked, and their rebound pulled in by Elmwood-Murdock. 4:50, quarter one, 4-0. That was a pretty good look. Ball into the front court for the Knights, and they'll skip near wing. Coming down with it on the near side, and out front back to Bailey Fromm. Comes back right wing. 4-0, 4:40, quarter one. Into the right corner, it's Rickley. We have had just 2 stops on a couple fouls. That is it in this game. Ball in the left corner, it's Rickley with it. Holding. Down 4-0. We're 3.5 minutes in. Scoreless game for Elmwood-Murdock. St. Pat's with 4 from Tanya Heirigs, who now needs 11 to get to 1,000 in her career. Right wing, it's Bailey Fromm. Near side to Hafferty. Back to Fromm on the wing in the white uniform. Penetrates in, stops, floats with the left hand up and in. Bailey Fromm, the 5'10 junior, makes it 4-2. Here's Heirigs across the timeline, across the Hastings logo. Stops at the top of the key. Man-to-man defense here from the Lady Knights. We haven't seen many offensive possessions yet. Ooh, boy, Heirigs wide open up and in. And that's something, when you see a team that has not seen the Lady Irish before, there's some set plays that you know you can get a bucket or two, and that was one of them. Trap in the backcourt, dribbling, and now we've got a timeout taken by Coach Dwyer. He realized this press break was not going to work on that possession, and we've got our first break. 6-2, St. Pat's with the lead. This timeout brought to you by Fortify Group of North Platte.
Too many friends and family to stay at your house? Treat them to luxury at the Marriott Fairfield Inn & Suites. They'll enjoy our 32-inch high-definition televisions, free wired and wireless internet, and a state-of-the-art exercise facility. Relax at the outdoor fire pit or visit the hot tub while the kids enjoy the indoor pool. Read your free USA Today newspaper while you enjoy a free breakfast after a great night's sleep. All 2-bedded rooms feature queen-size beds. The Marriott Fairfield Inn & Suites at I-80 and Highway 83 interchange in North Platte.
Hey, if you're heading out of town, take your dog to Paza-Palooza, the only doggy daycare facility in North Platte with doggy day camp and overnight boarding. It's your pet's happy place. Call in advance to book and visit PazaPaloozaPlace.com for more information. Timeout number 1 taken by Coach Dwyer from Elmwood-Murdock, and the Irish drop back their press off of that. Interesting, Coach Stenicky playing a little chess. 3:45, quarter one, 6-2 Lady Irish, all off Tanya Heirig's hand. All left wing Zirit, penetrates baseline, that's cut off. Trying to kick out to the wing, it wasn't there. Now does get it. Free throw line extended near side, Lexi Bacon. Back into the corner. Zirit driving, loses control of the ball, and call for a travel. First turnover of the game on the Lady Knights. 3:31, quarter one, 6-2. The early lead for St. Pat's. Carly Holman, by the way, in the game at that last time out, the 5'5 sophomore. Here's Holman in the backcourt. Holman dribbling. Kimberling came out. She got that early foul. Heirigs across the timeline, left to right, stops on the right wing, picks up her dribble, comes out front to Kate Stenicky. Irish have very few true offensive possessions. They're faking that oop play. Now Heirigs cuts back through the lane. In the lane, her shot blocked out of bounds. It'll be off Elmwood-Murdock. Pretty good defense. It'll remain St. Pat's ball underneath their own hoop. Checking in, Lainey Fromm, 5'6 freshman off the bench, 4 points per game. Comes in for Coach Dwyer. Inbounding it underneath will be Kate Stenicky. She's on the far side underneath. He looks in the lane, throws it out front to Jayla Fleck. Top of the key. Jayla comes left wing for Stenicky. They'll reset. 3:05 opening quarter on our San Jose State Bank scoreboard. St. Pat 6, Elmwood-Murdock 2. Here's Stenicky up top to Carly Holman. Comes left side, Heirigs. Dribbled twice, stops, kicks near wing. It's Jayla Fleck with it off a dribble. Back to Stenicky, right wing. She about launched, not open enough. Heirigs with 1 3-pointer launch so far. Irish have only shot 1 so far. They average 26 a game. Here's Stenicky. Pretty tight on-ball defense here. Holman pops out. Back Heirigs near wing. This time she's guarded by somebody off the bench. That's Tatum Backemeyer, who came in at the last break. Ball comes out front to Fleck. Pretty good defense here. Irish gets Fleck open on the right wing. 3 up too hard. Rebound on the end line. They're going to get over the back on May Siegel. That'll be her first, team third. 3 players have picked up 1. And sometimes when a long possession goes like that, Irish just want to shoot. And that's something you got to be careful. You can't force one up just because you haven't gotten anything open. That wasn't a bad look, though. 2:20, quarter one, 6-2. Into the front court, here comes Lainey Fromm. Wide open, she'll launch one on the near wing, and she'll hit the first 3 of the game. Her 20th of the year, and it's 6-5. We knew the 3 would be a big part of this game. The Lady Knights bury the first one. They drop back in their man-to-man defense. Now down 1. Holman left side, top to Jayla Fleck. Screen for Siegel. She pops out near wing. 1 dribble, nowhere to go. Hands off to Heirigs. Works the right corner. Out of the corner is 22. To the elbow, stops there. Comes back to Holman on the wing. One dribble for her and back into the hands of Heirigs. And this is where St. Pat's has to find offense. Their early points have come on set plays. Now we have a reach-in foul on Tatum Backemeyer, and that's the first foul of the game for the Lady Knights. Kimberling back in, Jayla Fleck out, $1:45, quarter one. I think Hafferty back into the game for the Knights in the white uniform. So Coach Stenicky needs to dial up some offense here. Right now it's Kate Stenicky near sideline to send it in. We'll get it into Heirigs, who has all 6 points. For the Irish, she needs 9 now to hit 1,000, which is just tremendous as a sophomore. Stenicky, gate screen out front for Heirigs. Comes left side, takes the elbow shot. It's open, buried. She's got all 8 points. It's 8-5. She's, again, another set play. Ball into the front court. The Knights come out front. Free throw line shot wide open, almost banked in, but an offensive rebound on the right side by Lainey Fromm. Another opportunity for the Knights. They find somebody on the left block. Kick out long, 2 on the near wing, won't go. Another offensive rebound to Lainey Fromm. 2 offensive boards for the freshman, and the Knights reset their offense. Comes near side, that's Backemeyer. Out between the circles, Zierett with it. They work the high post, that's been effective so far. Fromm skips near wing, Zierett down low, ball tipped by Kimberling, it's out. It's last touched by Kimberling. Coach Stenicky thought maybe it was gonna be off of the Knights. 57 seconds opening quarter. It is St. Pat's 8-5, checking back in Bailey Fromm for the Knights. And inbounding will be Jayden Hafferty, the 5'8 senior, lone senior on this team. These are 2 teams that are both going to be awfully good next year in Class D1. Inbound ball's tipped and into the hands of Carly Holman. Kate Stenicky got a hand on that one, and Coleman picks it up. Turnover with 50 seconds to go in quarter one. 8-5, St. Pat's with the lead. Here's the gate screen for Heirigs. They're going to leak Siegel down. That wasn't there. Another set play for Coach Stenicky. This one not buying it. And now they'll start their traditional offense, which gets Heirigs the ball out front. She'll get a screen left, try a 3 on the wing. Don't go. Boy, it looked good, but the rebound goes out of bounds. Heirigs 0 for 2 on the perimeter. That was a pretty good look, though. 29 seconds, quarter one. Our scoreboard today brought to you by Sandhills State Bank, your financial partner in the Sandhills and the most committed brand of banking. Find them online at sandhillsstate.com or stop in at 803 South Dewey in North Platte. Left wing, here's a almost launching was Fromm. Out between the circles, Bailey Fromm. She throws the ball away. Kate Stenicky with a steal. One-on-one now. She drives right side, throws it up, and an and one! Kate Stenicky all the way, coast to coast. Big finish for her inside, and St. Pat's makes it 10-5 on the and one. And Kate will go to the line for 2, and she becomes the second player to score. She got the foul by Bailey Fromm, and she went down and finished it against the tallest player on the court. Tremendous job by Kate there, and it's now 10-5, the lead to St. Pat's with 12 seconds to play in the opening quarter. Kate will get a free throw here. The free throw is up, a swish. She has 3. The Irish lead by 6. 11-5. Ball across the timeline quickly now with 8 seconds. Out between the circles, Fromm. That's Bailey. Picks up her dribble. Comes back right side. Here's an open 3 launched on the wing. Air ball rebound to Stenicky, and that'll end the first quarter of play. It is St. Pat's out front on Elmwood-Murdock, 11-5 after 1 quarter of play. We'll take a break. Our second quarter coming up from the D1-8 district final after this.
My dad always said, it's not hard to make decisions when you know what your values are. That stuck with me. And that's why I like knowing the decisions made by my public power electric utility are done locally. Local control means my utility is governed, managed, and powered by Nebraskans who know the values of the communities and the customers they serve. And there's nothing more Nebraskan than that.
This message brought to you by your local public power utility and Nebraska Public Power District. Always there when you need us.
Are you looking for the right dentist for you and your family? Phelps Family Dentistry has you covered. Dr. Lene Phelps and Dr. Kelly Hansen will make sure your family has the healthiest smile. Whether it's dental cleanings, fillings, same-day crowns, or total smile makeovers. Call our office at 534-4040 or visit us at phelpsdds.com to schedule your family's next dental appointment. And go Irish!
Putting your family first.
When it comes time to honor the life of your loved one, it's all about the relationship. Adams & Swanson Funeral Home will help you celebrate that bond with assisting you and your family with all services, ceremonies, grief support, and pre-planning. Learn more by visiting adamswanson.com or by calling 532-2044.
Here we go, start of the second quarter from the D1-8 district final. 11-5 lead for St. Pat's here after 1 quarter of play. Elmwood-Murdock starts with the ball. As Zierett comes right wing, Bailey Fromm open, goes to the high top of the key. Hafferty left wing, down low, it goes inside to Bacon. She'll turn in the lane, throw one up, and get it to bank in. Lexi Bacon's tough inside. That makes it 11-7. They're feeding her right now. I think that's where they see an advantage for the Knights in this one. 30 seconds into our second quarter. Heirigs with a screen out front. Comes to the right wing. Trying to backdoor. She gets called for a carry. Second turnover on the Lady Irish. They were trying the back door for Kate Stenicky, and really, for the Irish, you like where you're at 11-7, but the only issue is, the only way they really have scored is in transition or on set plays. The half-court offense hasn't worked yet. Here's Bailey from coast to coast, right down the lane. Puts it up and in. It's 11-9. That was way too easy for the Knights. Irish just let her laid it right through the lane. 50 seconds in, Knights on a quick 4-0 run. Here's Kimberling. Top it comes to Jayla Fleck. Right side, Stenicky gets an open three. That one misses everything. Backside rebound, though, to Kimberling. She'll kick out to Heirigs. She'll try a corner. Three, it's short. Baseline rebound to the Knights, and the Irish are 0 for on the perimeter. Right now, 0 for 5. 1 3-point goes to Knights. Here's Bailey from behind her back. Comes left side to Zierett. Back to Fromm in the left corner. She'll dribble twice. Stop. Pass in the lane. Throw it right to the hands of Kimberling. Finds Tanya Heirigs in the front court. She'll attack 1-on-2 into the short corner. That's cut off. Good decision to pull it out. Kimberling, left wing, sets up Stenicky. Wide open three, up and in and out. The rebound is tipped and thrown back in, out off May Siegel. Boy, that three just about dropped for the Irish. That one looked good, but didn't go. And Irish 0 for 6 on the perimeter. They've hit 6 in 8 straight games. Going to need those today. A minute and a half into our second quarter, leading 11-9. Here's Bailey Fromm, right wing Zierett, open three for her, up and in, too easy. Her 34th of the year. Irish didn't find her, and Elmwood-Murdock has their first lead at 12-11. 6-10 quarter two, St. Pat's now down 1. Here's Fleck, right wing, high right, comes to Heirigs, who has 8 points already. Heirigs backs up, out front, doesn't launch. Boy, it looked like she got it open. Didn't take it. Hands it off to Stenicky to reset the man-to-man offense against this Knights D. Comes left side to Heirigs. Over 500 in her season this year. Starts to dribble herself to the right elbow. Kicks out Stenicky. Top to Kimberling. 5:45, quarter two. Might see a Coach Stenicky timeout here before long if this possession goes much longer. Stenicky, left corner to Heirigs, not shooting. Out front to Kimberling. She'll ball fake, drive, kick out. Jayla Fleck, wide open three. There's a good look, missed. Another one missed. Irish 0 for 7 now. And scoreless in this second quarter, 2.5 minutes in. Bailey Fromm attacking to the left block, throws down low. Rickley in the lane, her shot up and in. Rickley only averaging 1.4 points per game, but gets her first bucket there. It's a 3-point lead, and Coach Stenicky takes his first timeout as Elmwood-Murdock is on a run. A 9-0 run for the Knights. 5:13 to play in the second quarter. This timeout brought to you by Fortify Group of North Platte. Rely on Fortify for all your insurance needs. See Kevin McGann under the bright green awning at 408 South Jeffers, or call 221-6962.
Thank you, North Platte, for voting Allo Communications #1 in cable provider, internet provider, and customer service in the North Platte Telegraph's Reader's Choice Awards. Our employees focus on being local, hassle-free, exceptional, and honest, giving you the best in customer service. To find out more about our business and residential services, stop by 702 East Francis in North Platte or call 221-6650 or visit allocommunications.com.
Welcome back on Husker Radio here from the D1-8 District Final. It is North Platte St. Pat's with the lead here over the Lady Knights of Elmwood-Murdock. Lady Irish leading again, or trailing 14-11 after a timeout from Coach Stenicky. We're nearly 3 minutes here into our second quarter, and ball comes out front. It's Kate Stenicky, 3 up, trying to tie it, doesn't go. No offensive rebound for North Platte St. Pat's, and once again back to the Knights it goes here. Irish struggling getting offense here. Zierett on the wing loses the ball, but it's tipped into the hands of Elmwood-Murdock. They get another opportunity. 4:48 second quarter. Ball out left wing, high left, backdoor pass underneath, layup up and in. Just too easy. Tatum Backemeyer has her first bucket, and the Knights lead by 5 now here in this one. All tipped away from Heirigs. Irish get it back. 4.5 to go in this second quarter. Been a disastrous quarter. Irish have not scored yet. Really have settled for just threes. Here's Heirigs between the circles. Crosses over, gets a ball screen. That's not open. Picks up or starts to dribble on the left wing. Goes baseline, floats one on the end line. That won't go. No rebounding either for St. Pat's. They're just sitting out on the perimeter. I got to start attacking. 4:09, quarter two. It is all Elmwood-Murdock right now by 5. Out on the right wing, it's Fromm. Near side to Zierett. Ball fake over her head, skip pass far side again to Fromm in the right corner. She'll go back out front to Zierett. One dribble for her. She's wide open, doesn't shoot. Hands it off to Jordan Vogler in the game for the first time. Here's a long two launched right wing, and Tatum Backemeyer, the freshman, drills it. And right now, Elmwood-Murdock can't miss. St. Pat's can't buy anything. They are on a big run here, 13-0 run. Hyrigs with a screen right. Comes into the right corner, into the short corner. Works underneath, skips it out to the wing to Fleck, now to Kimberling. Hands back off to Hyrigs. She'll drive in. Tough shot. Can't get it to go, but she draws a foul, and she'll go to the line. That'll try to end the run here. What is a 13-0 run right now for the Knights. Hyrigs going to the line where she has 8 points today. Her first trip, 63% on the year. And we'll get a rest and try to get a freebie here. And the first by the sophomore is buried. She needs 6 to get to 1,000. Holman in, as is Hafferty, Bacon, and one more for the Knights. Boy, that bench group did good. Got 4 from Backemeyer off the bench. She played well in her short time. Second one upcoming here. That was the second foul, though, on Backemeyer. She sits for that reason. Hyrig's second free throw. She's in double figures with 10. That makes it 18-13. That kind of gets your feet into the second quarter a little bit. 3:23, quarter two. Here's Zierett saving one near sideline. That ball nearly went through her hands all the way out of bounds. She'll bounce pass right side for Lady Fromm. Back to Zierett on the wing. Zierett, skip pass, right side. Hafferty, 3 won't go. Backside rebound, Jenna Kimberling grabs her third of the day. Finally, Irish get a defensive stop. Now you need to get some offense here. 3 minutes, quarter two, down 18-13 here in the D1-8 district final. Early lead was 6 for St. Pat's. It was up to 7 for the Knights. Ball screen right, Hyrigs deflect, top of the key 3 launch, that won't go. Rebound out long, picked up by, once again, Elmwood-Murdock. And Irish aren't getting any offensive rebounds off these missed threes. I think that's a pretty big key. Down 5, Knights with the lead. Zierett near side, enters it inside, got good positioning for Hafferty, shot up and in. A little undermatched for the Irish underneath, 20-13. Knights back up 7. They're starting to dissect this 1-3-1 zone defense. Stenicky comes left side for Carly Holman. Now to Fleck between the circles. She'll hand it off to Hyrigs. Deep 3, way out front. That one's in and out. Irish just can't buy anything for a 3 or a rebound. Here's a trap, but they get it to Rickley. And then she'll bring it across the timeline. Come to Hafferty right side. Won't pass her. She'll pass to Zierett. Transition 3 in the corner. Misses everything, but the backside rebound is all Knights. Another opportunity. Too many rebounds here for the Knights. Under 2 minutes, second quarter. Baseline drive by Zierett. Kicks out to the wing. Up 20-13. Spinning off a defender. Near side, Hafferty. Good close out by Stenicky. Comes out front. And ball thrown right into the hands of Stenicky. Errant pass. Stenicky finds Hyrigs one-on-one. She loses it. Stenicky picks it up, though. She'll drive, float a shot, miss it. And the rebound, just a quick shot. Irish just, right now, just don't look confident at all with the ball. 90 seconds to play in the second, down 7, and you kind of just want this second quarter to get over so you can restart here. Here's a Hafferty near side. Comes back out front. Minute 24 in the second quarter. You can keep it at 7. You'd be happy with that. Hafferty open 3, in and out. The rebound saved inside Jayla Fleck. She loses it. Got a strip though by Hafferty, who came in and just took it away. Irish not strong with the ball, and Knights get it now. Oh man, that could have been double dribble. They get away with it. Hafferty in the right corner to the elbow. That's Bacon, near side. Zierett, 1 minute to go here in the second. Baseline drive, pass kick right side. Hafferty not shooting, back out front to Laney Fromm. Near ring, down low. Rickley working baseline, her shot missed. Rebound, Irish don't get it again. Bacon in the lane will put it up and in, and Irish just getting beat right now in about every way. They're getting out hustled, getting out strength, and with 40 seconds to go in the second, down 9. And when you can't buy a bucket, that spells disaster in a district final. Here's Fleck out front with 30 seconds. Hyrigs left side. You just need a bucket. Hyrigs dribbling. She's got 10 points of the team's 13. It's all Knights here in the second quarter. Irish with a 2-point quarter. 20 seconds now. Stenicky dribbling near the spike line. Stenicky will get the handoff to Hyrigs. She'll come and get it with 14 now. Starts to work out front. Ball screen right. Top of the key. She gets an open 3. Good look, but it's off the mark. And the Irish 0 for in the first half. Rebound to the Knights. They'll get a last second shot. 3-2. Shot blocked. Hyrigs takes it away at midcourt. Throws one up from half court. Well short, and that'll end our first half of play. Right now, it's all Elmwood-Murdock in the D1-8 district final. The Irish going to have to regroup in the locker room They're getting rolled right now. 20 in a low-scoring game. A 9-point lead's pretty big. 22-13 at the half from the D1-8 district final. Our halftime show coming up. It's presented by the North Platte Catholic Schools Endowment. When we return, we'll hear from Tim O'Neill, St. Pat's art teacher, and then we'll come back and get you halftime numbers. Tim recently got his master's degree, so we'll talk to him next. Come back and get halftime numbers from Hastings after this. Again, your score, 22-13 Elmwood-Murdock on Husker Radio.
At Sandhill State Bank, we pride ourselves by working as hard as the customers who walk through our doors. We know the communities, values, and the people of the Sandhills. This allows us to be a more understanding and trusted partner in your financial growth. We offer safe and secure digital solutions through our online and mobile banking. Visit us online at sandhillstate.com or in person at one of our 11 locations. Sandhill State Bank is the most committed brand in banking. Member FDIC.
The Cedar Room in North Platte is the restaurant and lounge to match any occasion that deserves to be remembered or brunch meetings that need to impress. Come sit in the wonderfully unique cocktail bar or the perfectly lighted dining room with the family, colleagues, and loved ones. Wine and dine your company with elegance at the Cedar Room in North Platte. The bricks are open and the atmosphere is always warm and inviting. Coming back will be your first thought when leaving. The Cedar Room, downtown North Platte.
Welcome back on Irish Intermission here. We're talking with North Platte Catholic Schools teacher Tim O'Neill. How are you?
I'm good, Tanner. How are you today?
I'm good. You just got your master's, which is something to certainly congratulate you on. First off, tell me what it's in and where you got it.
Okay, so it's a master's degree in modern art history, and I picked it up from Azusa Pacific University, which is a faith-based school in California.
Very cool. And I mean, obviously, you didn't go to California, so that's obviously all online, I presume?
Yep, it was all online. I'd rather be able to go to a class. I'm not that big on online. I think online is much more difficult, in my opinion, than actually being in a classroom with a teacher.
Two-year deal, right?
Yeah, it was a 2-year. Well, I did it in 2 years. It was about 30 hours a week, all 12 months each year. So yeah, 24 months at 30 hours a week. I'm glad to be done.
Go back 2 years ago. Why did you want to do this?
Well, one of the kind of things that we wanted to do at school was be able to offer the kiddos more opportunity, more college credits, that type of thing. So I looked at my degree platform and really that was the best opportunity. The other masters I could have done, I guess I could have finished a master's, an MBA, because I do have endorsements in business and accounting and CTE, but we thought that it would be better and more broad, or be more available to more kids if I did one in art history, because then we could teach humanities or whatever.
That's very cool. I'm talking with Tim O'Neill here from North Platte Catholic Schools. Modern art history, 30 hours a week. I tell you what, I'd be out on this pretty quick. I wouldn't know the first thing about any modern art history, let alone that much of it.
Yeah, I was the same way. In fact, I really didn't even like art history. And I think it was just because the way it was taught to me initially, way back in the day when I went to college, it was majorly boring. It was awful. But I think the teachers at this community, or in this community that at Azusa I'm talking about, they're really pretty well-renowned professors, and they have a knack for teaching it to where it was interesting, and I actually really did enjoy it.
That's awesome. All right, we're talking with Tim O'Neill here, again, got his master's, and I know this was through somewhat of a program with the school, right, that was somewhat funded through the school?
Yes. Greater Teachers Fund did a lot to help me with that, because school is expensive no matter what you do, and yeah, it was the endowment, and I think it's through the Greater Teacher Fund. They provided some of that, and a huge help. So, yeah, hopefully more of our teachers will take advantage of that, because it's a great opportunity to lessen the burden of cost.
And obviously now moving forward, I mean, how soon can these newer opportunities for students begin? Is that as soon as next year, or is that down the road?
Yep, so we actually had it to where we could offer this spring semester, but it was kind of really last minute, so we didn't have very many kiddos, not enough kiddos to do it. So, yep, in the fall semester, when we come back to school next year, we should have a lot more kids, and it'll be available. So we'll have a humanities class and an intro to arts class that's available, one each semester for next year.
And are those college credit classes, or is that some other?
Yeah, those will be dual credit classes. Working with Mid-Plains Community College on the dual credit portion of it.
Very cool. Tim O'Neill here from North Platte Catholic Schools. Well, congrats on the Masters. That's far beyond what most get, so I give you credit for that, and probably made for a busy 2 years.
It was really busy, especially in the fall.
I don't think you have 30 hours a week in the fall.
Yeah, no. It ended up, it was just ugly. And the fall was really, really rough. Not much sleep, not much attention to anything, probably except for cross country. Grades were still where they needed to be, but wasn't as in depth as what I should have been probably, just because my priorities were cross country. But yeah, I'm glad to have that time back, and now I can actually play and create and paint and things like that.
Do the fun things.
Yeah, rather than research and writing papers.
Well, congratulations. Appreciate the time.
Good luck, Hershey Panthers from Jorgensen Lawn Service. For a thicker, greener, more trouble-free lawn, call Jorgensen Lawn Service at 368-7299. Jorgensen Lawn Service provides fertilizer, iron, weed, and insect control, along with fall and spring aeration. And they have gift certificates available for the holiday season. Proudly serving North Platte, Hershey, Sutherland, Wallace, Stapleton, Maxwell, and the surrounding area.
Call Jorgensen's Lawn Service today at 368-4000.
You want to support North Platte Catholic Schools? One great way is to support the Bargain Bin, a thrift store located at 421 East 3rd Street in North Platte. The Bargain Bin is open Fridays and Saturdays from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. and sells everything from household items, crafts, clothing of all sizes, including children's, bedding, holiday decorations, antiques, and furniture. The Bargain Bin is completely volunteer ran, and all proceeds benefit North Platte Catholic Schools. Shop the Bargain Bin to support the Irish. Open Fridays and Saturdays, 10 to 3.
Like the Irish athletes, life can come at you fast and hit you hard. If you find yourself in need of a lawyer, call me, Marty Trushinsky, at 534-4837. And go Irish!
It's a new year, and it's the perfect time to invest in your child's education at the North Platte Catholic Schools. Enrollment is open at Little Leprechaun Preschool, McDade Elementary, and St. Patrick's High School. We offer small class sizes, caring teachers, and a challenging curriculum, all rooted in faith. And education at the North Platte Catholic Schools is truly something special. Visit us online or call Enrollment Director Gwen Covey to learn more. 532-1874.
Hosting a get-together, event, or party? The last thing you want is to turn your house upside down to get ready for one. Use Occasions in North Platte instead. Occasions is the area's event venue for gatherings of up to 55 people inside, with a beautiful outdoor patio as well, with tables and chairs included and a full kitchen for your use. All you need to do is show up. Meetings, parties, or simple get-togethers. Occasions is where you want your event held. Call Allison at 534-2533 or Mike at 227-2602 to book today.
Find your favorite beverages at Quick Stop with fountain machines with flavor fusion shots, alligator ice slushies, 8 varieties to choose from, gourmet 100% Arabica house blend, and exclusive Seattle Buzz coffee. And for real shakes and smoothies. Pick up your Quick Rewards card today and start saving. Members enjoy rollback prices at the pump every Tuesday and Thursday. Quick Stop with the lowest beer prices in town and happy hour twice daily, and we never close. Quick Stop with
Ollie,
27
you need
locations.
to clean up your fishing and
24/7.
hunting gear. It's everywhere.
I'm out of room. I don't have anywhere to put it.
Get some storage at another storage. They have sizes for everything.
I already have some there.
Well, get another storage. 532-1332.
Final is halftime here of our final. Again here, we're about ready for the start of the second half, so we got to do a quick, pretty halftime break here. It's brought to you by, the numbers are brought to you by Condon Signs. Condon's North Platte's only locally owned full-service sign company, creating custom monument signs, pylon signs, commercial awnings, and they'll service your existing sign going into their 30th year of business serving the North Platte area. Visit them on the corner of 8th and Viner at condonsigns.com. Numbers not great for St. Pat's. 11-2, 13 in the half, led by Heinrichs with 10. 3 for Stenicky. That's it. 0 for 12 on the three-point line. 3 for 3 at the foul line. 2 turnovers. Not much for fouls, led by as many as 6. Meanwhile, Elmwood-Murdock, 5 and 17 by quarter, 27 and a half. Total opposite, very balanced. 4 for Fromm, 4 for Backemeyer, 4 for Bacon, 3 for Zierett, 2 for Hafferty, 3 for Laney Fromm, and 2 from Seela Rickley. literally almost everybody that played scored. I mean, it's a recipe. It's a total opposite of the ball game. Irish are one-handed right now with Tanya Heirigs. They have gotten good looks. Kayla Flex 0 for 4. Kate Stenicke's 0 for 3. Tanya Heirigs 0 for 5 on the perimeter. You know, you hit a couple of those, it's a much different ball game. But you got to have confidence going into the second half that you can still do that. And I think Lady Irish can, but boy, they've got a long ways to go now. Down 9 in what has been a very low-scoring game. Certainly a team that is capable, though, of getting hot. They're going to need to if they want to get back into this game. Led early by 6. They trail here by 9 at the half. And they come out. They'll start with the ball. They'll work right to left in the radio dial. Maybe this end of the court will be a little bit better. The 2 threes, I thought the three-point differential would be the key in this game, and so far it is. Heirigs works right wing, man-to-man defense here from the Knights. Out front, they're going to try that oop play. It's not. They go underneath. It's tipped out by Bacon. She saw that. Irish didn't get the pass real high. Irish will cue it in end line left. It'll be Kate Stenicke to send it in for the green and gold. She looks and comes out front. Heirigs comes down with it, top of the key. Heirigs needs 5 to get to 1,000 in her career. She'll try a 3 out front. Might have been tipped. It goes out of bounds. There was no tip, they say. Boy, I think she's asking for that. Coach Stenicke's asking for that. Officials might get together here because it looked like it was definitely tipped. They are going to correct and say it was. That's the right call. And I love when, come on, that seemed pretty obvious that was tipped. I don't know how you can. It clearly was. Inbounding is Stenicke. Looks, finds Siegel on the left block. She'll throw one up in traffic. It's short, good defense by Bacon inside. Irish have had no inside game here. Other way, it's Elmwood-Murdock up 9. Opening possession for them offensively. Irish got to buckle down their defense considerably. They got owned in that second quarter. Hafferty wide open 3 on the skip pass up. No. Backside rebound, Kimberling. She's cleaned up 4. She's been about the only one to grab a board. And there she throws it off the back of Fleck, and that's kind of how the day's gone for the Irish. 22-13. Kimberling bobbles the pass. Here's Fleck with it. Right side, Heirigs. Now to Stenicke, top of the key, open 3 for her. In and out. She's had a couple go that way, and not only are the Irish not buying any buckets here, Heirigs gets a steal, though. Now she'll put a corner 3 up. No. And the backside rebound to Bacon. Well, Irish, at some point, they might have to give up on the 3 because it's not falling. They're 0 for 15. Hafferty in the right corner. 22-13 Knights. 6:45, third quarter here. High post, it's Bacon. Her shot, no, but she was fouled. She'll get free throws. First foul line shots of the game coming up for Elmwood-Murdock. Our scoreboard today brought to you by Sandhill State Bank, your financial partner in the Sandhills and the most committed brand of banking. Find them online at sandhillstate.com and stop in at 803 South Dewey in North Platte. And the first foul line shots of the game for Elmwood-Murdock come from Bacon, who's 65% on the year. She puts that one a bit long. 6:41, second quarter. Elmwood-Murdock by 9. Bacon will have it rim out. She'll go 0 for 2. That's a break for St. Pat's. Can you use it? You feel like if you could just hit 1, maybe you can start getting some offense going, but 0 for 15 isn't going to cut it many games. Stenicke now to Siegel, and it seems like it's been that way this year. It's been all or nothing. Fleck dribbling at the elbow, driving, stopping, getting tied up almost. She'll get it out to Stenicke in the corner. Come back between the circles to Heirigs. Not many fouls called. Only 3 against Elmwood-Murdock in this game. Fleck left side. Heirigs free throw line extended. Starts to dribble at the free throw line. Kicks back out to Stenicke up top. She'll get a screen right. That's cut off. And this half-court offense has been real tough. Heirigs driving herself in the lane. Gets a layup. Missed it, but she draws a foul. She'll get free throws. Heirigs, her defender fell down. She took advantage of that. She gets Sela Wrigley with her first foul. And it will be foul line shots for Heirigs, who's 2 for 2. 10 points in the game for the sophomore. Puts the first free throw up, in and out. Second one up coming for her, who needs 5 to get to 1,000 in her career. She's at 995. Second free throw up. This will make it 996. She has 11, 8-point game, 5:58, third quarter. Ball tipped. They're going to get a reach around foul on Kimberling going for a steal. That's her second. That's a tough one for Jenna because they haven't called hardly anything, and they've really let almost everything go. I mean, the Irish had 3 fouls called on them in the first half. Elmwood-Murdock only 3 as well. Now they've called 3 in the first 2 minutes. Here's in the backcourt, Hafferty, left side across the timeline. It's Bacon finds Hafferty cutting through the lane. She loses it, though. Siegel gets the steal, and then she's fouled. And now it's starting to tighten up. Now you see the fouls being called left and right. And Elmwood-Murdock puts their hands up and says, wait a minute. This is not how it was called in the first half. Rickley gets her second. And in 5:45 in the third quarter, it's 22-14. Boy, one big bucket, though. You feel like you're right back in this game. Here's Heinrichs losing the ball out of bounds, but it was tipped out. Boy, that's fortunate. Zierett tipped it out. And Backemeyer checks in for the Knights with 5:35 to go here in the third. Rickley will check out. Inbounding will be Stenicky, far sideline. Irish got a lot of set plays. That's how they got most of their 14 points. They've ran all those now. They're going to try that oop play. It's not there. Fleck hands it off to Stenicky. Comes near side for Kimberling. She'll work. Top of the key now to Heinrichs. Probably going to be 22's ball game. That's where the offense is going to come here today. Irish just can't buy a bucket, and now they can't catch the ball. That ball goes out of bounds off the Siegel touch. Third turnover is all, but boy, Irish just have not seen just mentally in this game. Ball comes across the timeline for the Knights. Right wing, it's Zierett into the right corner for Fromm. To the elbow to Bacon. Out front, Backemeyer skips near corner. Fromm comes down with it. Back into the lane to Bacon. Nothing there for her. The back door was open for a second. Now they do go to that backside, and Backemeyer, she picks up her dribble, finds Bacon, who got good positioning. Kick out, Hafferty long two, up too hard. Backside rebound, tipped out off St. Pat's. Just rebounding. Irish have gotten owned, completely owned on the glass in this game. Only 8 rebounds, and boy, hardly any on the offensive end. I thought there'd be a lot with these three-pointers. The inbound comes right back to Bacon. She got good positioning, rolls it over the rim, missed it though. The rebound out long to Elmwood-Murdock again. Irish just cannot do anything on the glass right now. It's 22-14, 4:39 to go in the third quarter. That just extends these possessions for Elmwood-Murdock so long. Out front with it, right side it comes to Lainey Fromm. 2-3 zone, here's a skip pass, and May Siegel goes up high and grabs it, gets a turnover. Irish get a defensive stop within 8, 4:20 to go here in the third. But can they find offense? Their only point, of Tanya Heinrichs' free throw this quarter. They've limited Elmwood-Murdock to no points. That's the positive for the Irish. Here's Heinrichs with a screen out front, left short corner, hands it off to Fleck in the corner, and she travels. Boy, Irish are just completely out of sync here. 4:04 to go in the third quarter, and it will be Elmwood-Murdock facing the Irish pressure. Maybe you put the press on here to try to get some steals. And they'll get one. That one's going to go out of bounds off of a Knight hand. So they try to throw it nearly to midcourt. And Elmwood-Murdock's gotten a little turnover happy. That has helped with 4:03 to go here in the third quarter. Halfway through now. Our score 22-14. Irish down 8. Kimberling to Fleck. Open out front. Doesn't shoot though. Trying to backdoor. It's not there. Now she'll dribble. Kick out to Kimberling. Hand it off to Heinrichs. Gets a screen. Goes down so finds Siegel wide open. Quick layup and an and one for May Siegel. First points for the junior. Makes it 22-15. 16. And that puts a little life into the Irish side. As they pull within 6, they find Siegel wide open underneath. And she had to turn and throw that one up really quickly. She knew her defender was trailing. That was Lainey Fromm, who picks up her first. Siegel at the line for a three-point play, and she'll put it up and in. May Siegel with a three-point play. There's a three-point play. Trey Furmansky, our video technician. That's one way you got to get it. Irish within 5 here, 22-17. Inbounding, full court pressure again. Knights get it into Backemeyer, three-quarter court. She starts to dribble, trap, throws it to Bacon, cuts through the lane, passes left side, Zierett down low to Hafferty underneath. Her shot blocked, rebound picked up, and it's going to be a tie-up. Boy, a quick tie-up. The arrow stays with Elmwood-Murdock. Knights fans can't believe it, but they get the possession anyways. Now inbound underneath. It'll be Bacon to cue it in. Comes into the corner, right back into Bacon. Works the right block, puts a shot up, no. Rebound out off of Elmwood-Murdock. It'll be St. Pat's underneath, and the Knights fans can't believe it again. So 22-17, St. Pat's within 5 on a little 4-0 run. Can you find some offense here? Well, you feel like a three-pointer. I know that's asking for a lot. Here's Stenicky, baseline drive, tough shot, fouled. She went right in to the defender, Lainey Fromm, who picked up her second. And you can absolutely believe Knight fans don't like it again. They're really not happy with it. Fromm picks up her second, and Kate went right at her. And Kate will go to the line where she has 1 point there. She has 3 on the day. 3:17 third quarter. The free throw up too long from Stenicky. Irish have been pretty good at the foul line today up until that point. Only their second miss of the day. Within 5 here. Second free throw, Stenicky gets that one. She has 4, and the Irish are within 4. 3:17 to go. Full court pressure again. Bacon in the backcourt. Boy, she's been the difference for me for Elmwood-Murdock. They get it across the timeline to Hafferty. She'll stop, hand it off to Bacon, and start her dribble. Come near side. Zierett wide open 3. It's a good look. Too long. Bounces over the backboard. Irish ball. So St. Pat's ball, 3 minutes, 2 seconds to play in the third quarter. Hey, Pazapalooza's North Platte's only doggy daycare facility. Bring your dog to play with other dogs for the day or let them stay for overnight boarding. At the Red Roof Building on Halligan Drive, it's your pet's happy place. Irish are within 4 here. They were down 9 at the half. On a run here, they've not given up any points in this third quarter. And it has been hard, tough sledding offense. They've gotten 5 points. Here's Fleck at the free throw line, driving herself. Picks up her dribble, got to get rid of it. Has to get rid of it. She double dribbles. Oh, maybe it was tipped away from her. Okay. That looked like a clear double dribble. Must have been tipped, though. Kimberling hands off to Hirings. Working against Backemeyer. Right side. Crosses over. Drives. Floats one up in the lane. Misses everything, but she's fouled to the ground. Well, the Irish are attacking. That's a difference right now. And now Coach Dwyer going to take a timeout as Hirings will get free throws out of the timeout with 2:35 to go in the third quarter. We'll take it to 22-18. St. Pat's down 4. This timeout brought to you by Fortify Group of North Platte. Rely on Fortify for all your insurance needs. See Kevin McGann under the bright green awning at 408 South Jeffers or call 221-6962.
For thorough news reporting by experienced journalists, read the North Platte Bulletin. Each of our core staff has from 7 to 20 years of experience in news gathering, and our roots go all the way back to the letter to the bulletin that launched the renowned World War II canteen. It's affordable, colorful, and you can keep up with the commissioners, city council, schools, civic groups, sports, courts, and entertainment. Look for the bulletin's news bents in restaurants, too. Connecting with us is as simple as saying, "Hey, Google, the North Platte Bulletin."
Welcome back here on Husker Radio to the D1-8 District Final. North Platte, St. Pat's, and Elmwood-Murdock in a battle here. Low-scoring game, 22-18. Irish living at the foul line in this third quarter. They've already shot 5. They'll shoot 2 more out of the timeout from Coach Dwyer, his second. As his team has not scored in this quarter, they've gone 0 for 2 at the foul line and haven't gotten a bucket. And they picked up 5 fouls. That's what Elmwood-Murdock fans are arguing for, is some fouls on the other end. One difference, though, is St. Pat's attacking. They're going right into the lane. And not sure what if they're checking on the foul, who it was on. I think they put the last one on. I'm not sure. I think maybe Ella Zierett. Not sure if that's what they're looking at or what, but clock stays at 2:35, and it will be Tanya Hirings at the line, where today she is 3 of 4. She has 11 points. She needs 4 to hit 1,000 in her career. So Hirings with a pair here, 5'9" sophomore. Trying to earn him the freebie way, short. Off the front of the rim, didn't have enough under that one. Second one upcoming here. Trying to make it a 3-point game with still a long ways to go in this one. 2:35 in the third, she'll bury that one. 12 on the day, and that makes it 22-19. From the backcourt, steal by Kate Stenicky. Then she almost throws it away. Siegel saves it. Kate got that one on the outlet. And the Irish set up their offense now as Kate comes between the circles. We're at 22-19. Here's Kimberling to Fleck out left. It's into the hands of Kate Stenicky. Out to Hirings, top of the key. Gets a screen, pull up 3 on the left wing. Too hard in the baseline rebound to Elmwood-Murdock. Boy, that was there. That was a great looking shot. The Irish had all the momentum, just have not been able to hit a shot. Here's Hafferty, right corner for Elmwood-Murdock. Was not scored in the 6 minutes of this third quarter. Ball left side. Into the hands of Zierett. Into the corner now. Back to Zierett. 2-3 zone. Irish have packed it in here. They're going to give up some outside shots. They're okay with that at this point. Hafferty to the wing. And there's a Bacon at the free throw line. Corner Hafferty. Open 3. Might have been tipped. It's short. Rebound. Put back up. Backemeyer misses it. Then Kimberling pulls the rebound down. The outlet pass is tipped out by Zierett. And it'll be St. Pat's ball. Boy, Backemeyer came in. The 5'3" freshman came in and grabbed a rebound somehow. I don't know how the Irish give that up, but they have got to rebound better. Minute 35 to go in the third, and they're within 3 here in the D1-8 district final. Here's Fleck out front, starts to dribble to the elbow. Comes back to the free throw line. She'll turn and shoot, miss it everything, just force that one up. Rebound to Bailey Fromm. Across the timeline she comes. Zierett in transition. Skip pass near side, Backemeyer. Right corner to Hafferty, the only senior on the roster for the Knights. They'll reset it with a minute 13. Quick ball movement here. Fromm stripped by Heirigs, but it's into the hands of Hafferty. Fromm gets it back in the right corner, and Heirigs reaches in and pokes it out of bounds. Coach Geyer asking for a reach foul there. Hasn't been able to get him yet. Bailey Fromm, or Zierett in for the Knights. No, Zierett comes out. I think Laney Fromm checked in. Hafferty to cue it in with a minute 4 to go in the third. So far, Elmwood-Murdock has not scored in this corner. Bailey Fromm out front. Left side, it's Laney Fromm. Back to Bailey between the circles against this 2-3 zone. Right corner, Hafferty, wide open 3. That's off the mark. Rebound inside. Jenna Kimberling with 5 of them today. Her outlet pass is tipped out. Fleck tried to save it, but he said it was out first. And Jenna Kimberling, 6 rebounds today. Irish are playing a little bit with fire with this 2-3 zone against the 3, but I think that's what they say. We got to do that. We can't get a rebound right now. And can't give up any easy ones. Here's Heirigs across the timeline. Comes left wing. Right, it picks up her dribble. Loses the ball. And now we've got a tie-up, and the arrow is to St. Pat. Boy, Irish got to hold on to the ball here. They're not running an offense. Rickley going to check back in for the Knights. It's 22-19. Coming out is Bacon with 20 seconds to go here in the third. Boy, you feel like a late 3 here to tie the first or third quarter up, wouldn't it? Be huge. Zierett in, out is Laney Fromm. Irish, you don't want to know, 0 for 16. They have made a 3 in 180 straight games. You got to go back to 2014, the last time they didn't hit one. 15 seconds to go here in the third. Kimberling to Fleck to Heirigs. 10 seconds, enters it into Siegel, or in the lane. She'll throw one up, miss it. Backside rebound out off St. Pat's with 6 seconds to go. Got a decent look, but right now, Elmwood-Murdock's been stronger inside, and that's been the difference in the inside game. Bacon back in. They have 5.6 seconds to work with here. Up 3. They have not scored in this quarter, believe it or not, and still have the lead. Siegel tips the ball. Stenicky gets the layup and puts it up and in. It's a 1-point game, and now the half-court shot won't be in time. We've got a 1-point ball game going to the fourth quarter here at the D1-8 district final. Siegel tipped it. Stenicky got it. She put the layup up and in. Here we go to the fourth, 22-21. St. Pat's down 1. Come on back for the fourth after this.
No matter who you are and where you're going, Mid-Plains is here for you. The differences of our campuses make us stronger. Our shared mission propels us forward. You can't define us as one person, one town, one place. We are many, in pursuit of something bigger, together. With 6 individual campuses supporting a vast and determined region. We are Mid-Plains Community College.
Make 2021 the year to focus on you. This is Maddie Krebs, owner of North Platte Jazzercise, and we are here to help you meet your fitness goals. Join us for a mix of cardio and strength-infused classes at our new location in the Canteen District. With more than 20 classes a week from early mornings to after work hours, there's no excuse to skip your workout. Did I mention we offer childcare at most of our classes? Check out a full list of class times and membership info at jazzercise.com, and go Irish.
Here we go from the D1-8 district final, the final quarter, a season on the line, a state tournament on the line. It is 22-21 right now, Elmwood-Murdock by 1 here from Hastings High School. Glad you're with us. Closest it's been in a long time, though, for the Irish. Can they get back with the lead? You got to get defense first. Here's Bailey Fromm, left side to Zierett. Open 3, a good look. No, it hits the guide wire. It fell in, but it hits the guide wire first, and that is automatically out of bounds. Elmwood-Murdock has gone cold on the perimeter. They've gone 0 for 5 in the second half. The Irish are 0 for 16. They trail by 1. Boy, you just feel like if you can get one. Here's Kimberling, to Fleck, near side Stenicky. Gate screen for Hyriggs out front. She'll drive instead. Back out to Stenicky. Open 3 left wing. It's short. Long rebound into the corner. Fleck able to get an offensive board. That's a rarity for St. Pat's today. Her 3rd rebound. Irish get a 2nd opportunity. A lot of times this is where they get one of those threes. 40 seconds into our 4th quarter, 1-point game. Fleck high left. Trying to backdoor Stenicky underneath. Catches it. Loses it out of bounds. Just a tough pass. And 5th turnover on the Irish. They've taken care of the ball, but boy, in a 1-point game in the 20s, every possession is huge. Here's Fromm to Zierett. Ball tipped. It's stolen away. Siegel with the steal. Now to Hyriggs in the corner. Down low to May underneath. She draws a foul. She'll go to the line to try to tie this game up. She went right into Hafferty quickly and got free throws. And May Siegel will try to tie it for the first time today. 7:07 to go in the 4th quarter. We've got a timeout taken by Elmwood-Murdock here from Hastings High School. 22-21, this timeout brought to you by Fortified Group of North Platte.
Whether you are traveling for business or leisure, the Hampton Inn of North Platte has what you need. Enjoy a free hot breakfast featuring fresh waffles, the clean and fresh Hampton bed, free high-speed internet, and flat-screen televisions. Our friendly staff will pamper you while you earn Hilton Honors Points with every stay. Located conveniently at the intersection of I-80 and Highway 83, Hampton Inn guarantees you will be happy or your stay is free. The Hampton Inn of North Platte. We love having you here.
It's 7:56 Central Time. You're listening to KODY North Platte with translator K291BW North Platte and 106.1 FM. CT Computer Services just north of Walmart in North Platte offers Tune-Up Tuesdays, where all in-shop services are half price. That's CT Computer Services. Technology solved. May Siegel out of the timeout, misses the free throw, and it remains 22-21. Elmwood-Murdock was not scored in the second half. We have 7:07 to go. The Siegel free throw short. And the Irish go 0 for 2 at the line to tie the game up. 1 minute gone in the 4th quarter. Here's Elmwood-Murdock. Almost a steal for Stenicky. Fromm saves it. Gets it to Bacon up top. Bacon. Boy, Elmwood-Murdock's got real turnover happy. Out to the right wing to Rickley. Rickley skips left side for Zierett. Comes down with it. The outside shot hasn't been there for many. There's a reach-in foul. They get Kate Stenicky with the reach. And that will be her first, team 2nd of the half with 6:45 to go. Well, Irish were getting away with some physical defense on the perimeter. Keep doing it until you get not in any foul trouble. That was Kate's 2nd, but it's a long ways to go before that's trouble. Zierett right wing got an open 3. This one way off the mark. Rebound underneath to May Siegel. That's a good defensive series there for North Platte St. Pat's. Down 1. Here's Hyriggs into the front court. Kind of got away from the defender. Goes inside to Siegel running the court. Underneath, she loses it. Stolen away by Fromm. And then the Irish come in to try to take it away and pick up a foul. They were trying to get a tie-up, and that's going to be Kate Stenicky's 3rd foul. Boy, you just feel like every possession you can't force much. It's a 1-point game in the 20s. You just can't force much at this point. That's Kate's 3rd. Irish put the press back on. Elmwood-Murdock's had a lot of trouble with this. They get it in. It's Zierett. Back to Bacon. She starts to dribble. Crosses the timeline. Has Hafferty in the front court. She'll attack. Shoot one over Fleck. Missed it. Rebound to Bacon in the lane. She'll put one back up too hard, but draw a foul, and she'll go to the line. And boy, Irish are getting some fouls called now on them. And it'll be 2 free throws for Bacon. That foul is going to be charged to May Siegel, just her 2nd. Bacon has shot the only free throws for the Knights. She is 0 for 2. She hits that one. That is the first point for the Knights since the 2nd quarter, at the 6:14 mark of the 2nd quarter. Free throw up. Bacon hits them both. She has 6 to lead the Knights. It's a 3-point game, 24-21. Backemeyer in, Rickley out. Irish down 3, 24-21 here in the D1-8 district final. Trip to state on the line. Season ends if you lose. Hyriggs with a game-high 12. Bounce passes left side for Fleck. Hyriggs pops out. On top of the key, not open. She'll take one at the free throw line. It's short. Irish are just not getting any rebounds again. Here's Zierett across the timeline, up 3, 5:57 to go. Zierett right corner to Hafferty. Into Bacon in the lane. Dribbles, backdoor pass, layup miss, but a foul. That might be Kate Stenicky's 4th. Now it becomes a pretty big deal. No, it was not. It was not. Team 6th. It'll be a pair of free throws for Backemeyer. It's the 3rd foul on Kimberling. Backemeyer 48% on the year. The first is a swish. Boy, she's been huge off the bench. 5 points today. It's a very balanced team all year. It is again. 4-point lead. The Knights all of a sudden 4 for 4 at the foul line. Their lead is 5 with 5:50 to go. That feels like a ton. Stenicky across the timeline to Kimberling, right side. 5:43, still a long ways to go. Kimberling dribbles a few times, picks up her dribble out front, hands off to Hyriggs, works on Bacon, gets a screen, kicks out to Jayla Fleck in the right corner. She'll hand it back off to Hyriggs, who comes out between the circles, steps back at the top of the key, comes right side for Kimberling with 5:26 to go. Fleck pops out left wing, they get it to her. She looks in for Hyriggs, posted up. Fleck dribbles, doesn't do anything with it. Now back to Kimberling, 5:17 on the clock, 26-21. Siegel pops out high left, dribbles a couple times, gets it to Fleck, right wing. Oh, she's got to look to shoot that. She's open. Irish are going to need some threes to win this game. Here's Stenicky between the circles. 5 minutes to go. Hyriggs left wing, looks in. Hyriggs has her dribble, starts to use it, drives around Bacon, tough shot, blocked, rebound to Backemeyer inside, somehow keeps her footing. Now Hyriggs comes in and gets a tie-up, and the arrow goes to St. Pat's. They'll get it back. She came in and tied up the Knights. It'll be Irish ball underneath their own hoop with 4:48 to go, and now we're going to get Coach Stenicky taking his second timeout. 26-21, Elmwood-Murdock by 5 with 4:48 to go in the game. It's the D1-8 District Final. This timeout brought to you by Fortify Group of North Platte.
My dad always said, it's not hard to make decisions when you know what your values are. That stuck with me. And that's why I like knowing the decisions made by my public power electric utility are done locally. Local control means my utility is governed, managed, and powered by Nebraskans who know the values of the communities and the customers they serve. And there's nothing more Nebraskan than that.
This message brought to you by your local public power utility and Nebraska Public Power District. Always there when you need us.
HG Management's ready to put their half a century of experience to work for you, whether it's farm and ranch management, ag appraisals, or ag real estate sales. See Kurt Pieper, Hank Nicely, or Justin Pieper at HG Management in North Platte. We're at the D1-8 District Final here in Hastings. By the way, the boys got their district final announced today. They will play that at Wood River on Monday night at 6:30. They'll play Creighton Monday night for a chance to go to the state tournament as well. So we'll have that one on KODY. We'll also have coverage of Paxton tomorrow night on KX104 and Hershey on Monday night as well in district finals. 26-21, Irish underneath their own hoop to inbound it. They get it into Kimberling. Right corner three launched by Kimberling, won't go. Backside rebound, May Siegel puts up a shot, rolls it over the rim and in. Big offensive rebound for May Siegel. She has 5, and the Irish are back within 3. 26-23, that was huge. Offensive boards, big time. Right side, here's Bacon. Now out to the top of the key to Bailey Fromm. Good ball movement here from Elmwood-Murdock. Baseline drive by Laney Fromm. Out front comes to Bailey. Into Bacon in the lane. Kick out. Laney Fromm 3 up. No. Rebound. Tanya Hyriggs looking to run. Crosses over. Throws it up ahead for Siegel. Overthrows her. And Elmwood-Murdock. Siegel going to get called for a foul, trailing the Knight and pushing her from behind. Her third, and that's going to be a 1-and-1 the other way. So the Irish it hadn't been there. And now it'll be free throws, a 1-and-1 the other way for Bailey Fromm, who is only 41% on the year, 12 of 29. She gets a 1-and-1 here. As a team, 55%. The first to run the 1-and-1 off the rim. Long rebound, though, to Bacon. And again, the Irish just haven't done a good enough job on the free throw line or rebounding side. Laney Fromm open, doesn't shoot. She'll travel out on the wing. Yes. Didn't get the dribble down. It'll be St. Pat's ball with 4:04 to go. Down 3, 26-23. You get the feeling Irish are going to have to hit a 3 or 2 to win this game. And if not, the streak will come to an end at 180 straight games with a 3 made. Here's Hyriggs' isolation play. There's a reach-in foul by Backemeyer, her third. That'll be team 7th, and that's good for the Irish. They'll send Tanya Hyriggs to the line any day. Hyriggs with 12. She needs 3 to hit 1,000 in her career. as just a sophomore. Hafferty back in, out is Lainey Fromm. And a 1-1 for Heinrichs. Elmwood-Murdock just went 0 for 1 on the front of a 1-1. This would be a good switch. Heinrichs buries the free throw. She has 13. 3:58 to go, 26-24. This game might be first to the 30s. Heinrichs' second free throw up. And in there, she needs one. That's 999 in her career. She makes it a 1-point game as well. Bailey Fromm in the backcourt. Trap, throws it right into the hands of Siegel. Back to Heinrichs in the lane. She'll back up to the three-point line. Now she crosses over, goes baseline, floats one, too hard of the rebound to Zieret. A little bit forced there by St. Pat's. And Elmwood-Murdock across the timeline. Zieret holds up with a 1-point lead on the right wing. Zieret goes to Bacon, baseline to Hafferty, out to Zieret. Skip pass left side for Fromm. 3:30 to go in the game, up 1. She'll come out front to Zieret, up 26-25. Hafferty wide open, goes into the corner, throws it to Backemeyer, who loses it out of bounds. And a ninth turnover. They have turned it over 11 times in the second half, 16 in the game, and yet lead by 1. I mean, they have played better, not in that vicinity at all, and yet lead by 1. 26-25. Irish down 1. 3:15 to go. Here's Stenicky, right side. Baseline drives cut off. Stenicky drives in, floats a shot short, didn't get the call. Backemeyer on the rebound. And then her pass is a little errant. Bailey Fromm comes and gets it. Now she's going to have to hustle to get it across half court. She will. Left to right in radio dial. She drives in right side, stops, kicks to Hafferty, not shooting, up 1 with 2:55 to go. It's only a 1-point lead, so if you're Elmwood-Murdock, you still have to look for offense, run those normal sets. Hafferty in the short corner, right side. It goes into Bacon. Bacon not looking to shoot, just looking to pass. Out to the perimeter it comes, and maybe they will play keep away. Bailey Fromm drives in, floats a shot, up and in. Good take by the junior. She has 6. It's a 3-point lead, 2:35 to go. 28-25, and as the Irish get into the front court, they take a timeout. We will too. 2:29 on the clock. St. Pat's down 3, 28-25 on Husker Radio.
Putting your family first.
At Phelps Family Dentistry, we always go the extra mile for our patients. Whether it's helping them conquer their dental anxiety or helping them achieve the smile they've always dreamed of, our team strives to make sure every patient feels like family. Call 534-4040 to schedule your appointment or visit us on the web at phelpsdds.com. We would like to also wish St. Pat's Irish good luck this sports season.
Putting your family first.
When it comes time to honor the life of your loved one, it's all about the relationship. Adams & Swanson Funeral Home will help you celebrate that bond with assisting you and your family with all services, ceremonies, grief support, and pre-planning. Learn more by visiting adamswanson.com or by calling 532-2044.
Welcome back to the D1-8 District Final here on Husker Radio's KODY and on the Husker Radio YouTube page as well. Tanner Struckman with you here as North Platte St. Pat's and Elmwood-Murdock in a low-scoring game. It is 28-25, 2:29 to go. This has just been a slugfest defensively. Irish are 0 for 18 on the three-point line. I feel like now I've jinxed them enough. 2:29 to go. Here's Stenicky across the timeline. Haven't really looked for him either. Gate screen for Heinrichs out front, almost stolen away. She gets it back though. Gets a screen left, dribbles into the short corner. Back out to Fleck, open 3 for Jayla. Little falling away, short, long rebound. Out to Heinrichs at the top of the key. She goes inside, overthrows Siegel. And that's something the Irish have done too many times today, is they have just force some passes inside, and it's Elmwood-Murdock ball with 2:10 to go, up 28-25. Full court pressure. They get it in to Zieret in the backcourt, works the sideline. Nobody shut it off. She passes into the front court, finds Backemeyer, leaked out, layup up and in. Backemeyer has 8 today. She's been huge. The freshman makes it a 5-point game with 1:57 to go. Heinrichs into the left corner. And with 1:43 to go, St. Pat's trailing 30-25 here, their season on the line. Elmwood-Murdock to inbound, they get it into Fromm. Fromm left side to Zieret. Zieret got away, across the timeline, stops on the wing, and now you might play keep away. She's trapped, she'll ball tip to Fromm. Fromm at the free throw line to Hafferty, and they'll back it out with 90 seconds to go. Now down 5. Irish have got to get the ball back. Zierett left wing to Bacon in the lane. Near side Hafferty. They'll just play keep away now. For a minute 20 to go. Irish starting to tighten up defensively. Fromm high out front. Hyriggs gets called for a foul. That's going to be a 1-and-1. Tanya's first, team 8th. It'll be a 1-and-1 for Bailey Fromm. 0 for 1 on the day, 41% on the year. But the biggest key is you've got to find a way to rebound off this if you get a miss. Rickley will check back in. She's a good foul line shooter. She's going to check in for Hafferty, who's a pretty good foul line shooter too. Might come back in on an offensive possession. Here's a 1-and-1 for Fromm, and gets it to roll in. Elmwood-Murdock's made more than they've missed in this fourth quarter. They lead by 6. This was a 1-point game not long ago. Minute 17 now to go. This could be a 3-possession game. It will not be. The rebound to St. Pat's. Picked up by Kimberling. Now gets it to Hyriggs across the timeline with a minute 12 to go. Down 6. Hyriggs screen right. Drives in. Hyriggs forces a shot. Was blocked. Rebound to Backemeyer. And in the backcourt, Hyriggs fouls. And another 1-and-1 coming up for the Knights with a minute 3 to go. 6-point game, and Elmwood-Murdock thinking Lincoln right now. Hafferty checks back in. And the Irish, I almost want to say Cinderella season, because it's kind of been that way, is down to 63 seconds. Got a timeout. We'll stay here for this one at 31-25. I think when Rachel Hess went down with an injury back against Mullen not long ago, you thought, this is going to be hard-pressed for this team to make a run. And they did that. Able to knock off South Platte and get into this game. And this is a game that I really thought they had a good chance in. And obviously, they've played pretty tight with them, but just haven't been able to hit a shot. When the Irish go 0 for on the perimeter, the win's probably not going to be in the cards for them. You got to give them credit defensively, only giving up 31. I mean, that gives you a chance when you don't hit any threes. But it just not enough. And Fromm with a 1-and-1, leading by 6 with 63 seconds to go. She is 1 for 3. The front of the 1-and-1 will not go. Rebound, though, to Lexi Bacon. And then her outlet pass is wide out of bounds. She gives it back to St. Pat's. Boy, she's owned the Irish on the boards today. The Irish down 6 with 59 seconds to go. It's still a 2-possession game. Hyriggs out front, right side going to drive. Hyriggs to the rack, layup, and 1! There's 1,000 in her career. Tanya Hyriggs hits 1,000 in her career on that one. Give her 1,001 with 54 seconds to go. That's 1,000. There you go. There's the sign. I think Jen Kramer was short to put it up. The 54-second free throw up and in. Hyriggs makes it a 3-point game just like that. The inbound comes in, far side, and we're going to have a timeout from Coach Dwyer. Boy, Irish haven't hit a 3, but that's a 3-point play for Hyriggs. Makes it 31-28. Boy, for a second there, I thought she might end at 9.99, and that'd have been a kind of an anticlimactic finish for her, but now your focus is on getting a stop. Obviously, next foul is 2 free throws for Elmwood-Murdock, who's been iffy at the line today. Overall, as a team, 55% on the year. Today, 5 of 10. And that timeout was taken by Elmwood-Murdock. They have 1 remaining. St. Pat's has 1 remaining as well. 53 seconds on the clock, 31-28 here in the D1-8 district final. Winner moves on to the state tournament next week. Likely either team is the 8 seed, whoever wins. And Pleasanton was winning big. I think if they win, they're going to be the #1 seed. Right now they're not, but I think they'll jump Weeping Water. They were blowing out Dundee County Stratton at last check. So it looks like Maywood A Center, by the way, defeats Diller Odell 47-39. They're going to state. Congrats to them. All right, here we go. Inbounding is Elmwood-Murdock against the full court pressure. They get into Bailey Fromm. Fromm in the backcourt throws it up. She got 3-on-1. I don't think they'll attack those. Zirit holds out front. Zirit ultimately holding now to Fromm. Left side to Backemeyer. Backemeyer almost throws it away. Fromm gets it. Bacon near side with 40 seconds. Irish going to have to foul pretty quickly here. Here's Hafferty near wing. Reaching foul on Hyriggs. Her third. That's going to send Jayden Hafferty to the line. And she's one that you probably don't want to foul. 65% and a senior. She's had a quiet day, just 2 points, but this is 2 free throws to make it a 4-point lead, maybe 5, with 37 seconds on the clock. And the front of 2 for the senior is up. No, missed, too hard. That keeps it a 3-point game. Second one upcoming to make it a 2-possession game with 36.9 seconds to go. The free throw up, yes, that makes it a 4-point game. Irish down 4, 35 seconds. Hyriggs across the timeline, right side. Pulls up at the top of the key, will drive herself, float one up. Got it to roll in! Makes it a 2-point game. Quick inbound to Fromm in the backcourt. Fromm trapped. Fromm, there's gonna be a foul. I don't think the Irish were trying to foul there. And it'll be 2 free throws. They'll get it anyways for Bailey Fromm with 25 seconds to go. That was a foul on Hyriggs, her 4th. She's gotta be careful. Boy, she's stepped up here in the 4th quarter. 19 in the game for her, and here's Fromm at the line, who has 7 today. The first of 2 won't go. It'll be a 2-point game yet. It'll still be at least a 1-possession game with 25 seconds to go. Boy, you gotta, I'll say this again, you gotta box out on this. Free throw for Fromm, this one up. It will be a 2-point game. The rebound out off Elmwood-Murdock. Irish nearly gave up the board. Here we go. 23 seconds to go. Irish do have a timeout. Coach Stenicky and Coach Braithwaite right now chit-chatting. They have not looked to say they're going to use it yet. Will they as he comes across the timeline? She does. Hyriggs out front. No timeout. 18 seconds. Down 2. Hyriggs isolated to the free throw line. Spinning. Hyriggs down slow. Throws one up and misses it. Rebound to Elmwood-Murdock with 10 seconds. Backemeyer fouled, and she'll go to the line with 9 seconds to go. That's been the shot that's gotten Hyriggs her 4th quarter points. This time it didn't go. It was pretty good defense, and they'll send a freshman to the line, Backemeyer, who is 2 for 2. She has had a huge game today, though. 8 points off the bench. She is 2 for 2, 48% on the year. If you're an Irish fan, you need 1 miss. The first of 2. No! That keeps it a 1-possession game with 9 seconds to go. Coach Stenicky wants the timeout now. 9.4 seconds to go, 32-30. Quick timeout. We're back to the D1-8 district title after this.
Thank you, North Platte, for voting Allo Communications #1 in cable provider, internet provider, and customer service in the North Platte Telegraph's Reader's Choice Awards. Our employees focus on being local, hassle-free, exceptional, and honest, giving you the best in customer service. To find out more about our business and residential services, stop by 702 East Francis in North Platte or call 221-6650 or visit allocommunications.com.
Welcome back to Hastings High School, 32-30. St. Pat's trailing Elmwood-Murdock by 2 here at the 9.4 second mark of the D1-8 district title. It'll be a second free throw for Tatum Backemeyer, who just missed 1. Irish have no timeouts remaining. Obviously, the biggest key is you have to rebound off a miss. That is priority number 1. And then you got a chance. You're at least going to have a chance to tie. You may have a chance to tie or win with 9 seconds to go, but you got to go off of make or miss. Backemeyer's second free throw. Student section trying to make it tough for the freshman. They're saying pressure. Backemeyer's free throw up in there. It'll be a 3-point lead. Irish will not get it in before Coach Dwyer uses his final timeout. With 9.4 seconds to go, the freshman delivers her 9th point. None bigger. She's been outstanding. She's been in double figures just twice this year. She's only 1 shy. Well, if you're St. Pat's, you got to have a 3 here with only 9 seconds to go. And the key is you have no timeouts. You think, oh, you can play 2 for 1. You can't, because it's going to take you 4 seconds to get down the court and try to get a shot off. Even if you get a quick 2, Elmwood-Murdock can just hold the inbound. And so that's out. You've got to shoot a 3. You've got to go down and just get a 3 off. And now the Irish haven't been able to hit one today. They are 0 for 20. It was in the D1. It was in a D1 sub-final game against Sutherland at Gothenburg. The last time they did not hit a 3, it was in 2014. It was 180 games ago. And obviously that's a streak you knew would eventually come to an end. You hoped it wouldn't happen in the district title, though. And you hoped it wouldn't happen in a game where, a low-scoring game where a 3 is huge. Well, Irish will have to face pressure here. Heirigs will look to catch the ball. Stenicky will cue it in. She'll get it into Heirigs in the backcourt with 8 seconds. Heirigs down 3, gets a screen at midcourt. Comes across the timeline with 4, with 3 into the left corner. She'll have to throw it up. No, they'll get it off in time at the buzzer. Short, and that'll end it. Jenna Kimberling's shot didn't fall. Heirigs didn't get a look in the left corner, and Elmwood-Murdock is on to the state tournament. And it's heartbreak for the Lady Irish here in the D1-8 district final. 33-30, Elmwood-Murdock knocks off North Platte St. Pat's here in Hastings in the D1-8 district championship. And it's certainly a little heartbreak for the Irish on the other side and the Irish fans that have come here to Hastings. Elmwood-Murdock gets the victory, 33-30. We'll begin our quick stop postgame show after this timeout on Husker Radio.
At Sandhill State Bank, we pride ourselves by working as hard as the customers who walk through our doors. We know the communities, values, and the people of the Sandhills. This allows us to be a more understanding and trusted partner in your financial growth. We offer safe and secure digital solutions through our online and mobile banking. Visit us online at sandhillstate.com or in person at one of our 11 locations. Sandhill State Bank is the most committed brand in banking. Member FDIC.
The Cedar Room in North Platte is the restaurant and lounge to match any occasion that deserves to be remembered or brunch meetings that need to impress. Come sit in the wonderfully unique cocktail bar or the perfectly lighted dining room with the family, colleagues, and loved ones. Wine and dine your company with elegance at the Cedar Room in North Platte. The bricks are open and the atmosphere is always warm and inviting. Coming back will be your first thought when leaving. The Cedar Room, downtown North Platte.
Good luck, Hershey Panthers, from Jorgensen Lawn Service. For a thicker, greener, more trouble-free lawn, call Jorgensen Lawn Service at 368-7299. Jorgensen Lawn Service provides fertilizer, iron, weed, and insect control, along with fall and spring aeration. And they have gift certificates available for the holiday season. Proudly serving North Platte, Hershey, Sutherland, Wallace, Stapleton, Maxwell, and the surrounding area.
Call Jorgensen's Lawn Service today at 368-4000 for a free estimate.
Welcome back here on Husker Radio's KODY. Tanner Struckman with you. It's a final here from the D1-8 District Championship as the win goes to Elmwood-Murdock 33-30. A tough loss for the Lady Irish here. It is our quick stop postgame show just around every corner. Fast, easy, and convenient with 6 locations throughout North Platte. Also locations in Ogallala, Hershey, Grant, and Imperial. On the road to everywhere, it is quick stop. Tough one. Irish only got 3 players to score in this game and just 2 top heavy. And 0 for 21 on the 3-point line. That's a recipe to not win a game, unfortunately, especially if you're a Lady Irish team when you rely on the 3 so much. And this is just a tough loss. I think this is one coaches are probably, if I'm being honest, coach is probably going to look back on and say, I think that's one we probably should have gotten. But, Elmwood-Murdock came to play. They made just enough shots. They didn't shoot well at all either, but they made a couple threes and free throws down the stretch. She had some players step up. Tatum McEmeyer was terrific. She led the Knights off the bench with 9 points. The freshman had 9 today, including some 3 for 4 at the foul line down the stretch. She was terrific. And their defense, I thought their defense was very good. It didn't shut down Tanya Heirigs down completely. She had 19. And really, I thought St. Pat's got some looks today. I thought they got pretty good looks all around for most of the 21 threes they attempted. Just none of them went today. That's just somehow it goes. And Irish just kind of ran out of gas in this season. And it comes to a close here 33-30 to the hands of Elmwood-Murdock. We'll catch up with Coach here in just a bit. We'll have our player of the game and play of the game coming up as well. And we will wrap up the girls' season for North Platte St. Pat's as their season comes to a close at 16-9. And Elmwood-Murdock will move on now to the tournament next week. They will be likely the number 8 seed, unless there's upsets in Class D1. That would change things, but they'll be playing in the state tournament on Wednesday. So go and get your numbers in this one. They're brought to you by Condon Signs of North Platte. Condon's is North Platte's only locally owned full-service sign company, creating custom monument signs, pylon signs, commercial awnings, and they'll even service your existing sign going into their 30th year of business serving the North Platte area. Visit them on the corner of 8th and Vine or at condonsigns.com. Today, St. Pat's by quarter 11-2, 8-9. Just a low-scoring game, 13-17 by half, 30 in the game. That is their second lowest output of the year since the season opener against Broken Bow. 0 for 21 on the three-point line. That hasn't happened in a long, long time. 10 of 15 on the foul line. They were good there. Total of 8 turnovers. They took care of the ball. Didn't have a whole lot of foul trouble, really. They won several aspects of this game. Just didn't hit the outside shots today. Led by as many as 6. They lose it, and their season ends at 16-9. Meanwhile, for Elmwood-Murdock, they go 5-10, 0, and 11. They didn't score in the third quarter and still had the lead. They never gave the lead up. It was 22-21 at the end of the third, and then they went on a little run early in the fourth quarter and opened the lead back up to 5 or 6, and that was enough to hold on. 33 in the game. They were 2 for 16 on the three-point line here today. They were led by Tatum Backemeyer, who had 9, 7 from Bailey Fromm, 6 from Lexi Bacon, 3 from Jayden Hafferty, 3 from Ella Zierett, 3 from Laney Fromm, and 2 from Sela Rickley. 2 for 16 again on threes. They were 7 of 16 on the foul line, not good there. 17 turnovers, not great there either. But again, hit a couple threes, and that turned out to be the difference in this game. Led by as many as 9, they win it by 3, proved to 12-11 on the year, and they'll move into the state tournament. Those are your post-game numbers brought to you by Condon Signs. While we got a moment, let's go ahead and get our Swift Auto Center play of the game for this one. There weren't a lot of marquee moments for the Irish, but this one, our Swift Auto Center play of the game. Kimberling to Fleck, open out front, doesn't shoot though. Trying to backdoor, it's not there. Now she'll dribble, kick out to Kimberling, hand it off to Hyrigs, gets a screen, goes down so finds Siegel wide open, quick layup and an and one from A. Siegel. First points for the junior, makes it 22-15, 16. And that puts a little life into the Irish side. As they pull within 6, they find Siegel wide open underneath. Yeah, it was terrific. That was there a few times. Irish just didn't always have the good passes for that one, but it was there. And that was a nice play. And Irish got a couple and 1 3-point plays that they finished as well. They had, I think, 3 of those, but did never get the long ball here today. And for a team that shoots about 26 a game, usually you hit some. And today it just didn't happen. So that's your Swift Auto Center play of the game in this one. We got go ahead and name our Allo Fiber player of the game. It's brought to you by Allo Communications, a telecom home team. Allo has taken tech to the next level with products and services that provide its fiber fans with an all-star experience. If you're ready to up your internet game, go to allocommunications.com and get Allo today. It's got to be Tanya Hyrig. She led all scorers with 19 points. She also went over 1,000 points in her career as just a sophomore. That is tough to do. Not many do that. She had 513 coming in this year, and she had 985. She had 19 today, so she's at 1,004 in her career as just a sophomore, and she got the 1,000 pretty late in that game when it mattered. And I thought, here we go, let's get a three-pointer and go over 1,000, but just didn't fall. And she got the ball. I think all intentions were for her to get that 3 in the left corner. She dribbled into the corner and got trapped and tossed it off. Kimberling got one off in time, but she had to rush it pretty quickly, and it was to no avail. So a tough finish there for the Lady Irish. Their season comes to an end 33-30. We'll have a quick post. We'll wrap it up here in just a moment, but we got Coach Stenicky coming up. As always, the consummate professional. He always comes up, win or lose, and we certainly appreciate that. Coach Nathan Stenicky here with us after a tough loss. Not much other way to put this one.
Yeah, we started out great, and that first quarter was really, really good for us. And then that second quarter, we kind of ran out of steam, I thought. We looked pretty tired there, and, they went on an amazing run, and we're up, 9 at half. And then we have amazing, third quarter defensively, holding them scoreless, and we just couldn't get over the hump. Did we tie it late at one point? Did
no.
we tie it? We never. Yeah.
22-21 at the end of the third, and and mentally I thought
just couldn't get over that hump.
Right. Yeah. And you kind of felt like the whole game that big three was coming, and here we go. It was going to take you off.
Yeah, it wasn't for a lack of effort. Our girls were putting up the shots they normally put up, and
good looks.
Yeah. Yep, and Elmwood-Murdock, they're defensively, they're pretty sound. They didn't give us much time to shoot. They rebounded well, and they were killing us in the paint early in that second quarter. Their diagonal pass, and we, you can work on it only so much in practice, and they caught us a couple times.
Rebounding was the key in this one, for early at least. First half, they were cleaning up a lot. You weren't getting any looks. I thought with all these threes launched, you'd get a lot of offensive rebounds. It just didn't happen today.
No, it didn't. And just the matchup where, they were just as quick as we were, and they were getting just as many rebounds as we were.
St. Pat's falls in this one, 33-30, 16-9 season. It wraps up here. Not the way you wanted. I think you probably felt like this was one you could get, and you could be into the state tournament, but. Going back to when Rachel Hess goes down with the injury against Mullen, I'll be honest with you, Coach, I didn't know if a state tournament was in the sights, and this team played pretty well down the stretch.
Yeah, yep, they did. And, 10 years from now, I'm going to look back, and this is going to be one of my favorite teams. We're undersized. We don't have a very deep bench, and the girls just fought every night and played as hard as they possibly could. And, they were just a joy to teach. So many times we'd tell them to do it, and they'd try it as hard as they possibly could to do it correctly. And, it was a fun run towards the end of the year.
So much adversity, too. I mean, they faced some injuries. I mean, obviously early injuries. You faced a different roster, it seemed like, most of the year. It changed so frequently. And then, of course, you lose Rachel, your lone senior, which was a heartbreaker. And a COVID season, where you don't know if you're going to have the next game. I know everybody's facing that as well, but just a lot of adversity to face.
Yes, yeah, and our girls took it head on. Rachel going out, that hurt for a couple weeks. We didn't play very well. It took us some time to get our groove back, but when we finally did, we were playing really good ball, and the different lineups, and that's just going to help us next year. We don't have a senior that was suited up tonight, so everybody's coming back. 2 years in a row, we've lost by 3 in a district final, so we need to find some way to get over that hump, because I don't think we're going to get much taller. So we got to become better shooters and a little smarter.
Well, and you knew that streak of threes in a game would end at some point. You hoped it wouldn't happen in a district final.
Yes. Yep. Yeah. Man.
But we had
a lot of good looks. Had a lot of good looks. So, you just every time we launched one, we thought, man, there it is. We're gonna make a run, but just didn't fall tonight.
And we talk a lot for Tanya Heirigs all season long. She does get her 1,000th point tonight.
Yeah. Wow. That's just
cool.
Incredible for a sophomore. I don't know. In the history of high school basketball, girls basketball, how many girls have scored 1,000 points in their sophomore season. So, glad we got her coming back next year. And it doesn't happen overnight. She just doesn't go to bed with a basketball under her pillow. She gets out, gets shots up all the time. That's why she's as good as she is.
I'll be a little uncomfortable, too.
That would be a little awkward, wouldn't it?
Well, Coach, all season long, thanks so much, as always. A fun season to cover, 16-9. And next year, you're right, the cupboard's all back.
Yep. It should be a fun run next year. And thank you for all you do. You've been amazing the last, 9-10 years that you've done this, and adding the filming to it. I know my family's really appreciated it, sitting at home with COVID and watching it. So, wouldn't be possible without you. So we Thank you.
All right, Coach Stenicky with us here on the postgame as St. Pat's falls in this one, 33-30. St. Pat's loses here in the D1-8 district title. Sorry, I had to tell Coach that I was riding with him on the way home. Don't leave me here in Hastings. 33-30, that's your final here in this one. St. Pat's falls to Elmwood-Murdock, and the Knights are on to the state tournament. Best of luck to them. That's a fun group that I'm sure is thrilled that they're going on to a state tournament. And, they played well today. They get the victory 33-30. That's going to wrap it up. Our Quick Stop postgame show finishing up here, and we'll be back on the air Monday night. Wood River will bring you the boys district title coming up on Monday night at 6:30. Join us then. In the meantime, for Trey Formansky, a terrific job all season long, I'm Tanner Schruckman saying so long from the D1-8 district title.
This has been coverage of North Platte St. Patrick's Athletics on 1240 AM, 1061 FM, KODY. For a copy of today's game, contact the station at 308-532-3344. And for a full list of upcoming broadcasts, go to huskerradio.com. This has been a Husker Radio production.